Going on, guys? What's up? Hello. Mic check. Let's get it. All right. Let me restart this. This will be a great session. Man, so I caught a trade during the London session. Pre-NY actually, around 1-2ish. Caught buys, like just broke it down and then just caught the same exact move that I broke down. They're the same exact move. Told everyone, you know, take buys above this resistance here, took buys going up, and this is just clean. About 27 pips. Yep, it played out. Alright. Let me do a breakdown. Yeah, one of the best streams, 0,000 viewers. Hey man, appreciate it. You guys hear the music? It's a little quiet today for some reason. Alright, let's see. GJ. Let's take a look. Ooh. Daily came up, obviously, right? Daily came up last time during London as expected. We filled a wick as expected. So I want to see if we're able to tap like these levels today. Around these targets here. This resistance, or rather these resistance levels right here. But we have some minor resistance here. But I want to see if we can tap this. This is key. This is a key level right here. Because we're filling the wick and we're breaking the highs. Obviously, we can continue up to the next resistance, which we just did. We came up to this resistance. But if we break this resistance, we can probably pop further up towards like 137 levels, 800. So let's see. I want to see what GG does today. Interesting. 4 hour is at some type of resistance though. Let's take a look at the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, 4 hours pretty choppy. 4 hours kind of made a support here, kind of made a resistance here. There's a little range going on right now. Yeah, we still haven't closed above this resistance level. Remember that I mentioned this the other day? We have never closed above yet. This is since last night during pre-NY, never closed above yet. So therefore, this is still a heavy resistance you have here. Let's see what we have today. We have like a little, I guess you can say, resistance here. Pretty decent resistance you have here in GJ. And then you obviously have like a, yeah, it's a pretty heavy resistance there. Then you have like a little support form just now in GJ, like right here at these levels. So if we're forming support here, we could potentially look for support here for us to go up at these levels. This is your support level, right? So it makes sense if we continue to go up from here. But we gotta close bullish first, right? We gotta close bullish somewhere. So until then, there's no bias. I would say this support or rather this support down here. There are two major levels. So Sam, what's going on, Sam?
What's going on there, brother? How you doing? I see you made a big hit overnight.
28 pip.
Yeah, just a little something here and there. Congratulations.
Do you use DTF or MTF?
What time was that trade? Midnight?
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, because I was looking at this timestamp, 7 hour difference from the timestamp.
What's DTF and MTF?
How'd you get that? Was it on the that hourly support?
It was, I think it was, yeah, it was around this area. And then I think it was this, pretty much the setter replay. I took buys above like this resistance here. Stops for like around 11 pips, and then took it up here. And then this kind of closed below the resistance, but it still closed like at support. You know, it still closed like made a little support here on like a small time frame. It's looking like made support, so I'm like, okay, we expect a wick fill here, and I just anticipate that wick fill is gonna continue up. Worst wick my original TP. Target goes up there.
For like London volume.
Yeah, and NY sessions. I mean, sessions volume, pretty much. Those are very clean trade. Oh, daytime from yo, it's still early, man. Yeah, all the time. We use the daily and weekly. Well, I use the monthly. I use the daily and weekly for my 10 pips. Like, I mark down from the weekly all the way down to the day time frame, all the way down to the 15-minute time frame entries for a 10 pip, a 15 pip trade. People just mark out weekly, monthly for swing traders, man. Nah, but we do for literally a 10 pip 10 pips scalp trade too. Yeah, man. We're gonna use all your time frames to your advantage, man. Because when you're living yourself from a time frame, you know, you're living yourself in the markets. It's just, why would you want to put yourself in disadvantage when you have that advantage with the markets where you can use all the time frames? I guess October starting to pick up a little bit. You know, had a rough start though to October. Probably one of the rougher starts I've had. What's going on, guys? Good morning, guys. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna wait for buys above like this resistance here at 137, 100 levels. Definitely buys above that resistance until like probably above there, coming up towards this resistance. These have been my buys for today. This range, this is a nice 20 pip range here you have on GJ. So yeah, probably looking for those buys above there. Sells, you know, it's gonna be a bit choppy for sells. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be a bit choppy. It's not my ideal trades for sells, because sells, if you do break the support here and look down, we just have a lot of choppy errors here. You know, it's not clean traffic. It's not as clean as looking at this. You know, looking at this, or even like looking at, you know, yeah, like this for example. You just move down, it was all clean. Now you have this choppy move up. It was very choppy. So I think you could anticipate buys to form if we start to form support here and start to close bullish or somewhere. So maybe this 30-minute candle or 1 hour candle does close bullish as support, could potentially push up. I mean, the 1 hour candle did close bullish. The previous one did close bullish, this one. So this is an indication that we should be continuing to push up as we respect this low support here. Let's see what this candle does. So we have about 18 minutes left. That's a lot of time. Candle could close bullish for all we know, right? So see what we have today. It's gonna be interesting day though.
Money day.
Yep.
I'm looking at the 15-minute candle close bullish.
How come your mic so muffled, Sam?
It's muffled?
Yeah. It's muffled, man.
He's underwater.
Is it better now?
No.
Oh shit.
Gold shot up overnight. It went up to 6 when I woke up at 4:30 ish.
Oh, yeah.
It was at 1922.
Yeah. I think gold is in the low range here. Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Gold's in this low weirder range here. We have a nice like about 50 pip range we have here on gold. It's a very tradable range though. Well, not right now, but earlier it was. Just see 1 hour kind of made support here, close bullish, except for continue up here. I think if you break above this resistance, you can get buys going on. I just want to see for where though. See. Looking left though would be a bit choppy, because looking left here, you have this area of just like resistance. This whole area is just gonna be a resistance here. this entire area here. It's a very choppy resistance. Preferably, I think I'll wait for buys above here. I'll wait for gold to kind of break out this whole area, and then wait for the buys to kind of close above there and look for buys going up towards like 1950 levels, right? But for that to happen, we're definitely gonna need some type of closure above like 1930. And until then, it's gonna be a bit choppy. So I highly suggest like don't even anticipate. You could anticipate buys going up towards like 1930 levels, but looking left here is just very choppy, man. I wouldn't suggest it. Or maybe if we come up here.
Oh, it's still bad?
No, it's fine. It's good now. Like maybe gold can like push up here, make a resistance, that turns support, and we can make supports go up. You know what I mean? Like we can pop up like this. This could be clean as well, but then again, like, not really. Like, up right now isn't clean. Like maybe this can happen. Come up, maybe come back down, make support at the support level, and then start to form bullish again to continue push up. I mean that's fine as well, but looking left is just gonna be a bit choppy, man. So I just highly suggest we'll just wait for above 1930. Yo.
I think it's valid to enter off like the 15-minute candle. If it closes below that 15-minute resistance, or would you just like wait for a 30-minute close?
Yeah, wait for a 30-minute close in this situation, because 15-minute broke the lows. I mean, wait, you meant above this or below? Little resistance here.
I meant below, like if it closes below, but like above. When do you think that's valid too?
I think if it closes above, I'm waiting for the hourly close to be honest, because last hourly candle actually already closed bullish at support. So I don't know, like if the 15 does close above, like, this 15, right, or next 15?
This 15.
Yeah, you're gonna have like 15 minutes left in the hourly candle. I would just wait for a closure above, to be honest. But then again, it's the last 15 to hourly, so I think I will wait for that. Because 30 minutes can close as well with the hourly.
Yeah,
hourly
30-minute close would be clean.
The hourly definitely has to close bullish. What's going on, guys? Good morning. What software is this? This is Trade Domain. I mean, this is TradingView. Yeah, so it's gonna be a bit choppy. What's going on, guys? Yeah, I want to see if like, cause like I believe like the 1 hour they close bullish out support. Thinking this would be more valid support here, right here, the hourly low, the hourly support, and then it makes sense. But I think as you start to form support here, maybe if you get closure above like Sam said, we can continue to push up here. But you know, I'm definitely gonna wait for that to happen. Definitely, because we have like some minor resistance here on the 15-minute time frame here. A very minor resistance here, so it's gonna be a bit choppy. But then this is a clean move here. Above here, I mean, you have a 14-pip range. It's not bad. It's not bad of a move, to be honest. The hourly's gonna has 12 minutes left. Wait for the hourly close though. 15's gonna close here, because if this 15 comes up like this, it pops up, closes like this. And then you actually close above like this for resistance here. I think that's pretty clean for us to continue up. Very clean.
Can also have smaller stops.
Yeah, you're gonna have smaller stops.
If you want to use the 15.
Yuppity. You have a course of private group? Yeah, we have both. We have a channel and then we have a single channel, a paid one, and we have a course group as well. Let me put my Instagram up actually. controllerfx.com. Yeah, this is gonna happen, guys. We have a resistance here. We close bullish like this. We can get a nice move going up later. This is what I'm waiting for. About it's gonna be a smaller stop as well after 15 candle. It's gonna be about like around 10, 20, 12 pip target for GJ. Push up. So let's see. So I'm saying a chart, nice. Let me check it out. Alright, so what do you have here? You have GU 30-minute time frame clean traffic on 1 hour. Yeah, price last through resistance, green support, sells below here, 50-minute close, buys above here, 30-minute close. Yep. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking for buys above this resistance here. I think that's pretty clean. About 4 pip range going up, not bad towards this resistance, clean. And then obviously you have sells below support here, coming down to like potentially the support right here. Makes sense. Pretty clean breakdown. Yeah, a little tip for you though, because after you draw your zones out, after looking left, you can zoom in a little bit. Your charts a little closer. Little tip though, because you can just look at the candles a much easier and clearer, you know. Whereas if it's zoomed out, you can't look at the candles that much in detail. But that's the only thing I gotta say about that. Otherwise, it's a good chart. They have a good chart. Yeah, these are clean buys above here, man. If I do attempt buy set, I might attempt a runner, like a little position runner, coming up towards like this resistance. Because we're just anticipating that as we tap towards this resistance, we're gonna break that to go up to this resistance. Because I believe this would be the daily resistance. Yeah, that's the daily resistance. That's that target that we mentioned at, during the Asian session. So that's what I posted in my video. 137,300. That's like my original target for the day. So it makes sense, right? The target's right here. It lines up perfectly with this right here. Look on left. There's a daily resistance right there. So it makes sense if we start to break this resistance to continue up towards this resistance. Makes perfect sense. I'm tired, man. Shit.
So you just wait. So you just stayed up to like whatever, like 2 or whatever, and then you just went to sleep.
No, I woke up at 2. Yeah. Because I was anticipating this move like to happen, especially during the Asian session analysis. When I posted it, I was looking at this move and I was like, okay, I'm gonna set up a line for like pre-NY and pre-London, see how it looks. I woke up and I just entered and to put stops at current count low and let it run. It's a 10 pip stop.
Sure.
Or
did
11.
you like wait? Did you watch it play out, or did you
I did at first. It went into profits,
go to sleep?
and then I moved my stops to the current candle, and that's how I did.
Sure.
Cause after it was like 3 a.m. Count closed bullish, wick fill. I'm like, okay, yeah, expecting a wick. After as I started to push up, just went back to bed. The push stops break even on that candle after.
feel like that's a little more advanced.
Yeah,
No?
I mean,
Like I'm not gonna be trying to do that like until I
like all I did was like
Until I'm
it was
nicer.
around like this time. I took a buy stop here. I went to profit 10 pips, and then it came back down, closed bullish as well. It still closed, it made support here, so I'm like, okay, the next candle is gonna be the the London session opening. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for this candle to make a high. After the candle makes a high, I move my stops to this candle low here. So instead of like risking pretty much 30 pips, I'm gonna risk like about 10 pips, and then from there, obviously with the magical thingy, I put auto break even. I used it and then go up.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean
the
like
no free promo device, you know.
no free promo device.
Yeah, I put auto break even on a wick fill, because I anticipate
Like
that once
planning out like a London trade like during Asian and then like waking up for it and then like executing on a London trade and then going to sleep, like just like not something a new, like I feel like not something like a new trader should be doing, you know.
yeah, it's a bit.
Takes a little more
It
experience.
takes a lot more experience, yeah. Yeah. It's really rare for me to do it. But it's just the move that I was anticipating throughout the whole entire Asian session. Their entire Asian session. Like, this is just so clean to go up. And, this is very clean. I mean, played out to the T. Now, all I have to do now to follow my Asian analysis is just bring up towards 137, 300, and that's for the day. So let's see if we can anticipate some bias here, guys. This counts out close bullish here in 5 minutes probably, and looks pretty clean because of where it is right now. Will look pretty clean. Not gonna lie. 30-minute will then close bullish. Oh man, we might miss the move actually. Sam, this is the move you're looking at. You're like, what if it closes below, right? You're anticipating this to happen?
Yeah, I was looking at taking this, but
I took a trade on Monday on the last 15-minute candle, the hourly candle. It wasn't a ideal trade, and I just
yeah, because like I've taken trades. I think I took a trade yesterday off the 15-minute candle when like something like that didn't play out. But I was just looking like, okay, like 1 hour close bullish at support. We should be able to fill like this wick and fill that range. So now all you're waiting for is to go support to be formed on a smaller time frame, and then you got that with the 15-minute candle. So
because definitely the 1 hour is gonna fill his range here. Definitely gonna come to fill the range here. It's just that you're not looking for entries. I guess I think that was a pretty valid entry. Just the only show I have is the last 15 the hourly candle. But other than that, everything was clean. It made sense, but 30-minute made sense as well. 30 minutes gonna break the highs. This is a steady replay, but you don't have much range to go up now. This one right here, so. I think gonna wait for this 15 to closer. 15 closes and we are in. I'm gonna try to take during the trade I took. Let me take a look. You have broke off the range and came back and closed inside of a range. Yeah, this is the same trade I took, I believe. This is the same exact trade I took last night. On the hourly though. False entry as bullish channel breaking the high, previous bearish channel, anticipating the London opening volume is gonna. Yeah, this is like the exact same trade I took last night. The anticipation the volumes London's gonna open up a volume. Yeah. TP at yep. Same exact trade I took. Very clean. Can't see how he managed it though, because I think you could have moved your stops up, your stop loss from this low, as this kind of made a new high. You can move your stops to this low. There's no point of risking this extra stuff for no reason, because if price were to come down, and break this low, after it made a low, it came up to make a high. After it came down to break the current candle low again, it's probably going to continue back down towards this support. So there's no point of risking this for no reason, you know. So I think it's the only tip for this trade. Other than that, I think it was a very clean trade. Very clean trade, man. Oh, we're pushing up here.
hopefully it gives like a 1-to-1. I guess already at that hourly resistance.
Yep. Yeah. If this 15-minute resistance wasn't here, I would have attempted something here, but like that resistance is pretty very decent resistance you have there. But like, you know, the main buys are obviously above here, right? Above 137, 100 levels. These are our main buys here. About an 18 pip range you got there. So I'm fine missing this move. Sure, you go 5 minute for entry, but no, aim about the 5-man life.
5-minute life, I think he's trying to say. Ain't about that 5-minute life. Ooh.
5-minute does look clean.
The 5-minute chart.
Oh no.
If we get like an hourly close above, where are you targeting like 137, 160?
137, 300.
For like your. True.
Yeah, I'm looking at this from the 30 minutes aspect. Get closure above like anywhere above 137, 100. I'm looking towards like 137, 300.
Ooh. No top wick though right now.
Ooh, hourly close, no top wick at resistance. Yeah. I can continue back down here. Probably gonna continue back down here, guys. Let's see. 50-50 chance of this kind of going up or down here because this kind of had no top wick, so that has no range to go up here. No range to go up, right? So pretty much close like this. Oh, it pretty much close at resistance. What I'm trying to say. If this kind of had a wick, a range to go up like this, for example, it'd be different. But this kind of here has no top wick, has no range to go up, so it just decreases the chance of this candle going up or down here. So it's a 50-50 now on this candle, but we are at resistance. I mean, there's no trade either way on this candle. So I think you could definitely get away for a break above here, but this is a very tough situation because this is a whole hourly candle that's close with no top wick, not a 15, not a 30 minute, but the whole hourly, a new whole hourly candle. I mean, gold is pretty clean. Gold may support here, probably continue up here towards the top of the range, but about 25 pip range. This is your range though, guys. Understand that this is your range. Our range isn't always going to be a consolidation, by the way, because our range could just be, oh my god, I'm at caps lock. A range could just be price making a resistance and a support. So like here, price making a resistance, then now price is making a support. This is your new range now, right? If price were to break above here, above this resistance, and make a support here, eventually pop up to this resistance, this would be your new range from here to here, right? But right now, this is the range we're in. A range doesn't always mean it's not a consolidation. Consolidation is different from a range. But ranges lead to consolidation because if we just stay in the range, that'll turn into a consolidation. Right? Because we have a resistance out there, we have a support. Now I'm just gonna probably bounce off of this resistance, bounce off the support. It's gonna be a range. That's when we wait for a breakout, right? But ranges isn't necessary all the time. Just consolidation. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough for this candle, man. Bit tough. Since range here. Yeah. Do not. What day is it today? Wednesday? Middle of the week?
Yep.
Yeah. take a look at Euro JPY. I might dabble with Euro JPY a little bit. I'm gonna look at it and back in January again. Whose mic is that? That shit hurt my ears. I don't want to live at your house, Raphael. Sorry, man. Sorry, man, but I don't want to live at your house, man. You know, this COVID stuff going on. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not this, but you know, I don't know if I want to live at your house. Then you say no. Oh man, it's too early for those jokes, man. It's too early for that. Euro JPY is so clean, man. So clean. The sells, the buys, everything here is just so clean. The structure we have form right here. This is gonna be GJ in a couple of weeks, couple of days maybe. Just not today. Like, clean moves like this, that set like this, like they happen, and they happen for a while. When it happens for like consecutive days. But then it starts to range, it starts to look like this after, like GJ for example, and then eventually it'll pop off again. I'll say a little like that once we break above like. If we actually break above this resistance someday, 138, we'll probably do exactly what UJ is doing right now, just those huge volatile moves here. So, because this is clean traffic, right? Right now we're not in clean traffic territory at all. We're in like the little takeoff section. We don't know what's gonna happen here yet. We can anticipate what's gonna happen here, right? But we don't know what's gonna happen here yet, at all. This is in a weird range here. This is your range that we're in right now. This area, this entire area is just whack. You know, this is a daily time frame. It's obviously still tradable. Obviously it is, but it's once it breaks past 138, you guys gonna see how much more cleaner it is to go up. There's no traffic at all. You guys gonna see like, you know, 50 pip candles, you know, 50 pip 30-minute candles and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty crazy. But right now, it's not right time for that. And you gotta understand when and how it happens. You gotta know when it happens, right? I'm not just saying this to say this, man. You know, it has to make sense. That's when it makes sense, right? Because that's when you have definitely a lot more clean traffic than we have right now. But you know, you just don't wake up every day and expect that to happen every day. You know.
I think that entry earlier was really good, actually.
Yeah. The 15 one.
Yeah. Cause like if you look, like anytime we've created support like recently on the 15, like this came up, like your entry, next 330 candle, 515 candle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a clean entry. It was like right at support. Yeah, made sense to go up. But I believe I would have, if I were to take it, my TP would have been up here. Yeah, I would have closed half only, and I would have hit entry on this right here, this candle right here. Candle came down, right, guys? Remember how I said it's a 50-50 candle? You don't know what's gonna happen. It obviously closed bullish, but with the candle closed with no top wick, the advantage of this going up is a lot less. The probability of it going up is a lot less. So it becomes a 50-50. What happens here? Usually,
if you targeted the hourly resistance, it would have been good.
The hourly resistance? Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. I really don't want to break the support here, man. It's gonna be a bit choppy if you break that support. Just a bit choppy, you know. Can you explain the reason, the way you put your stops? It depends on every trade. Every trade is different. Every single trade is different. When a market execute, it's usually the previous candle on a 15-30 minute. Depends on the time frame though, because the 1 hour could be making a, you know, it depends. But It's usually ranging from the 15-30 minute 1 hour stop low of the previous candle whenever I market execute on a certain position. And then sometimes I have buy stops and sell stops. I mean, yeah, buy stops and sell stops, and that's usually with the seller play. And with that play, it's usually the current candle stop loss. So wherever, yeah, it depends. But like, as you start to watch the streams a bit more, like you start to tune in every day, you know, you get the hang of things, you start to see where I can put my stops. Like if I were to take a position here on GJ, on where like Sam mentioned, this would have been my position. I would take a buy here, stops below the current candle, and then targeting up like up here probably or something like that. But stops would have been the previous candle here because if price were to come down, look what price did. Price made a support here. So if price were to come down and continue down and break that low, or continue down to break the support, continue back down the range here. So you want to keep your stops as minimum as possible to a logical standpoint. I think that was pretty logical. Stops right there. Let's count me a new low and start to continue up. It really depends, man. DJ buy? Yeah, I think buys are about above 137, 097, 099. A lot of people buy here. Pretty risky area. It's at support, makes sense, right? But yeah, I think, man, hands are still closing bearish. Wait for a bullish on closure at support. Probably better trade, but overall, this is a range we're in right now. Weird range. I mean, pretty heavy range that we're starting to form here. So definitely gonna wait for a break above here. Buys here are gonna be very risky. The con toss and bottoms, right? What up, Jimmy?
Yo, so
What up, yo?
Did you buy one? There's one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, makes sense. Made sense. You getting the PS5 down? Probably yeah, but not right away. I don't know if I'm getting it right away. I don't know. I'm just since I got my PC, I've been playing more of Warzone, so I don't know if I'm like I'm not into 2K as I was before anymore. I tried playing 2K again, it just wasn't the same.
2K.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2K21's kind of dog shit.
137 to 137 700.
I read that
okay.
already, Samurai.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading it. I'm sorry.
I thought they're gonna ask me, Don, did you get that message?
No. Sorry.
Usually ask me after I read a message. Don, did you read that message, Don? Like, yeah,
I'll
man.
just fade.
I read it about 3 hours ago, you know.
Oh shit.
The first message of the day.
Look at that. It's dropping back into the zone.
Into zone. In the zone where we don't trade, right, guys? This is a range where you don't trade here. You do not trade it. You do not touch this right here. You wait for a break above or a break below, preferably a break above in this situation. Yeah, it looks like a Tesla support. It's a lot. Yeah, it is, right? But it's just like entries are a bit risky and aggressive, man. Very aggressive. It's not an entry where it's, you know, like
Optimal.
it's you know, it's I used to enter a lot like these, man. Don't get me wrong. I used to call a lot of toss and bombs, but not as profitable, man. It's not that it's not as profitable. It's not as accurate. It doesn't play, like, you know. I'll say it probably plays out like 30% of the time. Calling toss and bottoms. And 70% of the time, it's usually you attempting to stack positions after price gets lower and lower below the support or above the resistance. Then once it actually flips, you say, ah, yeah, see, I caught toss balance. But then again, like, how many attempts did that take you? You know. So I ran away for candles to close because when candles close in your direction, because right now you don't know how low this candle's gonna go. This candle closes in about like a minute on the 15, about 15 minutes on the 30-minute time frame, right? And this candle will still come down bearish because this candle is still bearish here, right? But one thing I must say though is that the 1 hour is still bullish, and the 1 hour has no top wick on the current candle as well. So this candle can be making a low for price to drive up, but then again, the previous candle has no top wick, so it has no range to go up. So I'm definitely gonna wait for some type of resistance to break here. I'm not looking for any positions in this area as of right now. You know, definitely choppy. You're a little quiet, Jimmy. What's going on, man? Ooh, Euster is clean here. Euster is pretty clean here. This is just hey guys, this is just like this is something that happens like probably almost every single day in the markets, man. Price trends, comes down, makes support, comes up, make resistance. This is your new range, right? This is not your new range, right? So as price closes bearish at resistance again, you can kind of anticipate the move to kind of come down, to kind of retest support again, build a range again, right? And then after it taps support again, it usually continues down to break that support as well. So this is just a very high probable play here. This is a name I gotta give the play. We have the start replay, and then this I can give this name another play. This can be called like let's see. Let's go with the broccoli. This is called the broccoli play. So you got the start replay, and then you got the broccoli play. I'll say this is the broccoli play. You know, price comes down, makes support, comes up, make resistance, actually closes bearish at resistance, right? It actually closes bearish, takes sells, come down, opening the candle, stops previous candle, takes down to retest the lows again. This is a trade I've probably entered on of many times, man. Many times. This same exact setup. I was looking at the Asian session last night, and the Asian session last night was just so choppy, man. Definitely was not tradable. This is Asian last night. I think it was around here. This is Asian session, guys. Look at this. This entire box here was Asian session. It was just so choppy and rangy, man. It was definitely not tradable. I saw it. The moment I saw this form, I came on around like 8. I saw this, I just hopped off. I didn't even attempt to trade Asian. Then I sent the analysis after. I sent the analysis for if you're looking for buys, I'll stay wait for buys above like this resistance here to take it go up after towards like this resistance for the range here, and then they play out exactly as mentioned. And those are the buys I waited for during the London session, right? Because I knew that Asian was choppy, by the way we saw it, no volume during last night's Asian session specifically. And then I'm like, okay, maybe the next session we'll probably need to break up. So the next session obviously pre-London came up, made support here. The resistance, made a range, and they're just gonna go up here during the London opening at 3 AM. There's ways to read volume and ways to understand volume, man. You kind of gotta anticipate that happen, but it takes a lot more skill and it takes a lot more experience. There's no indicator needed for volume. You know, you can just can't tell when volume comes in by the way counts close, counts form, by the way the session opens up. You know. Yeah, London was clean. I see you mean analyze 30-minute chart a lot more. Would you 30-minute be your main handle? Lack of a better word. 30-minute. I usually 30-minute for 30-minute, 15-minute for big entries. Usually, majority of the time. But my analysis is broken down usually from the daily. The daily has to make the weekly and daily has to make sense for me to enter off the 30-minute, 15-minute. Obviously 4 hour, 1 hour as well, right? Can't gotta break it down. The reason why I'm seeing buys above here is because, like, you know, 30-minute form the range here, 1 hour form the range, just kind of stuck in this area. But it's also a 4 hour resistance as well. But daily is bullish, right? So it makes sense if you actually continue up here. Daily made a low already, so price decides to like kind of continue to break up above this resistance and probably tap that target right there at 137,300 levels. So like everything just kind of has to make sense and line up. It's not just, you know, looking at 30-minute, marking up, and just entering off the 30 minutes. It's a lot more to it.
Don was the only one that took a W.
What did Monty take?
So what?
He said.
You
What
the only
did,
one that
what
took
did he? What did he take? He took
He
buys,
took
no?
an L. Monty, everybody took an L in London session.
For what? Buys?
I'm not sure. I woke up
Oh,
literally.
maybe it was this
at
kind of
like-
right here.
Yeah, I woke up at like 4:15, and they were talking about it.
I don't know. We mentioned we mentioned what we said about names, right, Samurai? You know.
What? That's not a.
I know.
That is not a disparaging remark.
But then people are coming here, you know, they'd be like, "What you say? What you say about what you
Well,
say?"
no, that's a grown man. He don't do that kind of ish.
No, like you know,
I see what you're saying.
you know, the
I
people
totally
from his
understand.
chat,
Yeah,
the younger crowd, you know, the.
yeah.
What you say? What you say about boy Monty?
I love Monty. Monty is cool.
He's a great guy.
Get planned or get banged.
You know how the world works, right? You say one little word, and they're gonna change your whole sentence, man. Your whole thing gonna change, you know.
I know.
Someone's gonna
The
say,
telephone.
"Oh,
the
Control FX
telephone-
talking shit about you." Watch, I guarantee you, there's gonna be that one guy talking shit about you.
That is the bad part about Forex.
I mean, it's just like it came to a point where it's just like the world, how the world works in general. To be honest, you can't really, you know, You sure is much more better, bro. Excuse me. Believe me. Hey man, I appreciate all love, Ray Daddy. Weird name. Pause. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. You know.
Appreciate all the love. Weird name. Pause.
Look. Who was talking crazy? Samurai, man. That's all you, man. Look what you did.
What?
Look what you did, man.
Oh, see, he being
See?
stupid. He being Dipsting. Nobody. No, he just see. He
trolling.
LOL. He just joking.
Nah, but you know that stuff. Some
but
people don't joke about that stuff though. Some
No,
people
it
take
is
very
true.
serious,
I
man.
know because you could tell when somebody said something about you because all of a sudden they all come up with the stream.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What? Did you say something about such and such?"
Yeah. You know, everyone has like their own like Vikings, their own crowd from like their own stream. Like say for example, one day you actually like start to get more numbers on the streams, and then you know someone else says something about my stream, they're gonna go over there and start to say blah 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 blah. You know, but I don't want you guys to do that though. If something like that ever happens, I want you guys to just Ignore it, man. Cause hey, what? Cause that other trader we had going on last week, 2 weeks ago, that was like spamming our shit up. We got rid of him, right? And I kind of told everyone in the chat in the stream, just ignore it. And whenever you block something like that, just don't say anything on it. Because once you actually say something about it, they're gonna start coming back because they want that attention. But if you ignore it, they're not gonna come back because at the end of the day, if you don't say anything, what they're gonna do is they're gonna be like, oh, these guys aren't recognizing me. There's no point on me spamming. There's no point on me trolling anymore, right? They're wasting their own time. Like they're wasting their time trolling in general. But like when you don't reply back, they know that they're wasting their time, right? So you kind of gotta. That's the best way to go about those things. Just ignore it. We got rid of it. It's like getting rid of bees, you know? Got rid of the bees. We got rid of that bug. Oh. Which way Jeremy 30 going, champ? I don't really trade Jeremy 30, man. I don't trade Jeremy 30, but I know a guy who does a lot, and that boy is Taj. And Taj is not here right now, unfortunately. But I can take a look at it for you. You know, since my boy is not here.
US 30, you said?
Jared 30. I believe Jared 30 is gonna continue down here. Jared 30 is gonna continue down here. I guess you create like a little resistance here, man. So you can take a look at this. We've created a resistance. You create a support earlier. I'm gonna continue down here to kind of retest the lows again, and then obviously below that area, you can get more sells coming in on Jared 30. Oh man, this is so clean. Low here. You get more sells coming down towards potentially like taking a look at this, potentially around these levels here. I'll say this is what you're looking for. So we're kind of making a resistance here. Once price closes bearish at resistance, you can look to continue down here, coming down towards this support, and then you can anticipate the move to kind of continue down here as we break that support. This would be a clean bread and butter move right here as well. So yeah, bearish, definitely bearish. But yeah, that's my chart. Daily and weekly should all be bearish. Yep, daily is bearish, weekly is bearish. Everything just makes sense, right?
Oh, the DAX.
Same thing happened for US 30 here. US 30 is going to continue down here towards that support as well. Price made a little support, price made a resistance. So if we're making like this support here, coming out to make a resistance, this is like kind of your supply and demand zone, right? So if we're making supply and demand zone, price tap supply, come down to tap demand as we're just closing bearish at resistance to kind of come back down to retest the lows. Once you retest these lows, you're gonna see it dropping further down because usually this is like a little pullback, little retracement. If you take a look at this from like a higher, like a what a lot of our traders look at it as, they look at it as like this. They'll be like, oh yeah, it's gonna continue down here, come out to make a retest and go back down. It's the same thing as that, right? But it's just that you're waiting for more confirmations, waiting for actual counts to close. So now you're gonna see as US 30 is coming down to kind of retest these lows here, you're gonna see it kind of eventually break. I'll definitely wait for a break below here to look for entries. You guys are looking for US 30, but take sells below this range here, coming down towards like the next support, and that next support is going to be around the next support's gonna be around, let's see. This is a bit choppy actually. You have a minor support here as well. I think I'll wait for sells below support. If you miss this move, these sells here, wait for this entire range to kind of break out and take sells below support, coming down towards potentially like looking left here. Maybe the support right here. That'll be pretty clean. That'll be your move. If you miss this entire move here, right? Wait for price to kind of test this area, kind of make support here. And as you make support, break that support, this is a nice little 1,300 point range, about 130 pip range going down. Not bad, right?
Not bad.
Hey man, I'm down on EURUSD, so should I hold it close? Let me take a look. Let me take a look, man. Let me save your day. Oh man, man, I don't know about this, man. Looking at this off the rip, daily is bullish, weekly is bullish, 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish. Where'd you get in? That's my question. Where'd you get in? At what price did you get in? What's your stop loss for a trade? Cause
you might as well just see what happens when the 30 closes bearish.
Well, I kind
Look,
of want to see like where they got in though. Maybe they got in up here, you know, or down here. Like you know, it's kind of like
nah.
show me where you got in. You know, send me a chart of where you got in, and let me take a look at it. Because you're in a tough situation. You're in a situation where I believe you might have caught a top and a bottom. That's what you did here, right? And it's never the best thing to do.
Close it out.
Down there, you mentioned where? Down here. Like, give me the price point where you got in. Give me the exact price. Hello, Don. Do you think the price action works better if you focus on a single pair, or is it better to look for entries on pairs? That has nothing to do with price action. Price action will never change. What that does is that it gives you time to overtrade when you look at other pairs. So that's what it does to you. But regarding the price action it never changes. It's literally just price action. Market doesn't change. I got to you guys questions in a minute. Let me just deal with this first. Let me do this tough situation that this person is in right now. I feel so bad. Where'd you get in here? So okay, if you got in down here, right? If you got in down here, I'm just guessing you got in down here. If you got in down here, oh man, I think sells would be valid if like we, oh man, 1 hour. Let's say 1 hour's probably continue up here towards this resistance. I'll say sells are valid if you break the support here, right? But we have no clue where this count's gonna go. It's in the range here. We have nowhere this is gonna go. This is gonna go now. We don't know if it's gonna go up or down here. What we do know is that we are at resistance, and we could potentially go down as we close bearish here. Kind of come down to retest the lows, but that's kind of where you want to be your entries to be coming down here, right? But you got entry down there. You're in drawdown. There's no point of you being in drawdown here because it made sense if you took a loss, if you took a sell down here and you took a loss right here after you broke highs, you know. But you let price you allowed price to break highs for no reason. Because look left, if you were to come up and break this high, this little resistance here, look left, this is clean traffic. So you pretty much risked this for no reason at all. Because we knew that once price broke this resistance, it's gonna pop up towards this resistance up here, the next resistance. So there's no point of you being in sells after price broke this point right there. But what I could say is that this kind of did close bearish. You might have a chance of it coming down towards the support. You can maybe look to cut your losses short, I guess. But you know, next time just understand your stop loss, man. You gotta have a stop loss before you enter every single trade. And you gotta understand your stop loss as well. Why it's there, how it's there. You know, does it make sense, right? But yeah, tough situation. Tough.
Yeah, I must have been trying to call a top on like the daily resistance or something. 4-hour resistance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Yep, definitely. Yep, I see it. Daily resistance right here. Yeah, pretty risky. And 30-minute closed bearish here, right? So 30-minute closed bearish on GJ as well. GJ closed bearish as support. There's no buys or sells. It's still in the range here. Pretty nasty right now. Let's talk about wick, some insight. An example, the 1 hour bullish candle on GJ closed without wick on the top. Why is that a sign that there's no range to push more to the upside? Alright. So I want everyone to kind of write this down because this is I explained this probably a lot, but so whenever you have no wick to the top, man, this is what it is. Or I'll show you guys what it is with the wick first, alright? So let's say you're focused on this candle. Let's just focus on this candle here. Alright, this candle. This candle here, if it were to have a top wick, it'll look like this. Like that, right? That's what a top wick is, right? Because now you have a top wick right here, right? So what it means is, let's say this is like what? Let's say this is just a 15-minute time frame here. Let's put it around time frame. Let's say this is a 15-minute candle here. I know it's a 30-minute candle, but I'm using a 15-minute just to make it more easy. Let's say this is a 15-minute candle, and within the 15-minute candle, what's the time frame lower to that? The 5-minute, right? So the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so this is the 15-minute time frame, right? And this is how the 5 minutes gonna look on this 15-minute time frame. It's gonna look like this. So there's 3 5-minute candles on the 15-minute time frame. They're gonna print like this: bullish, bullish, and then eventually the last candle's gonna continue back down here like this, right? And this is the exact thing as this. You know why? Because price made a, oh no, I want to do that. Price made a low right here. Price made a resistance, a high right there, a top wick, and then price came down to make a wick. That's the last thing price did. So that's the last thing price did. What do you think the last candle did? Probably closed bearish. So that's why this wick came down towards the support there. So now, you see how you have this wick here? What this wick is, from pretty much here to here, is a range. That's your range now. That wick now becomes a range on a 5-minute time frame, on a small time frame. So that's why whenever you see a wick fill playing out, right? Whenever you see price going up, kind of fill the wick. This is what happens. Price does this, right? On a small time frame, all it does is this, make support to push up. So that's why when price breaks that wick now, it breaks the high of that wick, it's gonna continue further up as it's breaking. It's because pretty much what it's breaking is breaking this right here. It's breaking resistance to go up, right? So, but whenever you have no wick, no top wick, what it means is that price has no range to go up, because now it'll look like this. Let me draw it again. It'll look like this now. It doesn't have that range. Remember how I said that wick is a range, right? On a small time frame, there's no range to go up now. It's pretty much price closing at resistance. That's all that is. So that's the difference between a no wick candle and a wick candle, and that's the difference between the two. That's why this candle here, when it closed bullish at resistance, we knew that it was gonna be a 50-50 of it going up or down, because it closed bullish though, but it has no range to go up, right? It doesn't have that wick to go up. It has no range. That's why this candle came back down. It can pretty much close at resistance. So that's what those wicks mean, man.
If I was some of you guys later, I would go, and there's a program online that you could take a portion of this and snatch it and just watch it over and over again.
You mean a screen recorder, Samurai?
Yeah.
A program online.
No, I'm sorry. No, like YouTube. You can take it and you can download YouTube.
Well,
or you
you know, Samurai, there's a thing on your phones now called screen recording.
Oh, sweat. Are you calling me old, buddy?
I mean, shit, it's better than downloading a program. You know what I mean?
No, I usually, like, on my iPad, and I want to watch something, I'll just a YouTube video. I'll download a portion of the whole thing, so I can watch that one portion of it.
You can do that as well. Hi controller, let me know what you think of EJ. Here's my idea. I got you.
Send a chart.
I got you. Whose mic is that? I hear myself. Okay, never mind, it's gone. Previous broke resistance. Bar broke resistance. Through first day bullish candle. Okay. Bar resistance gets as support. Okay. I think this is irrelevant, man. You don't need to mark this up, man. You're taking a trade here, you gotta focus on this right here. You can use this as clean traffic, I can say that, but I don't think you gotta focus on this right here. There's no point of it. For retesting wicks start, yeah, that's irrelevant, man. This is irrelevant. You don't really need to focus on that. And then you had 5 wait for 4 close above, anticipate and anticipate entry after chasing out with the 1 hour close. You got a pretty risky entry. If you're in right now, I'm guessing you're in because you said not so promising anymore. It's a pretty risky move, man, because you entered at resistance here. If you were to enter this trade here on EJ, I'll say it would have been buys on the opening of this candle as price made a support here. So price made a support right here. Then price made a resistance. This is your range. So what I would have done in this situation is I would have looked for entries as this candle closed bullish at support, or maybe even this candle. But as it started to come up to kind of tap this resistance, I would have looked to move my stops to break even, because this is a minor resistance that we're tapping. You can kind of anticipate the move to kind of break up, but then you definitely have to manage your trade accordingly and put your stops to break even as you tap that resistance, because this is a pretty decent resistance you have here. So as price is kind of tapping that resistance, you kind of want to see what it does there. But in this case, you start to reject, it would hit your entries. But entries here, very risky, man. Very risky. There's a difference between anticipating an entry with the retracement on the 1 hour close and anticipating an entry after you're already in, you know? Because like, you need some type of advantage to your trade once you're already in the trade. Like for example, if you entered here, you knew that price was going to continue up to this resistance. You had this range to go up, minimum, right? So you can take advantage of this resistance here, whereas you can put your stops to break even at and let it run risk free. But if you're anticipating an entry when you have no advantage at all, you have nowhere to put your stops to break even, you have no range to go up, minimum, you know, it's just like, it's going to be a bit harder. So I think in this situation, you could have waited for at least a closure above this resistance or look for entries here at that support. That's a close bullish here. This is a weird range here, right? But aside from this markup, I don't think you need this, man. This is just irrelevant. I think you could focus on this next time. Any tips on how to draw your rectangle support resistance? I can compare mine to yours and sounds like my prices range is too huge. That comes with practice. It'll take time. It'll take time. I mean, obviously, I used to ask those questions as well, but it'll take time to kind of draw the levels like the way I do. I can't really. I have a video on it, I think, on Instagram, on YouTube. If you watch every single stream, the beginning of every single stream from like April to all the way coming down to like today. At the beginning of every stream, I mark up my charts on the stream, so you could literally watch and just practice every day. You know, I mean, I draw zones every day on the streams, anyways, right? So you can kind of learn. I just continue to watch every day. On a course, it shows you as well, right? But yeah, this chart, I think right now what you could do in this situation is you could wait for a closure above this resistance here. Cause that's what you're gonna need now. Look left, you have some type of resistance here, right? You're gonna need a closure above there. As price may support. This is your range now. If you identify as your range, take buys above there. After sells below, like probably this support coming down towards these levels here. See buys above here coming up towards this resistance right here. That'll be your bread and butter. Look left, this is just clean traffic right there. So entering sells below 136.838. It looks choppy. Yeah, it's a bit choppy. I don't know if I'm entered below there. It's a bit choppy for sells. Very choppy actually. I preferably rather take buys today, and definitely it's gonna be above 137.100 if I do take buys. Or maybe a price form support here to go up on like the 15-30 minute time frame somewhere. So I'm saying a chart as well. Thanks for your insight. Yeah, I looked at this already. Yeah, I saw it already. Never cleaner explain, of course, for IG it's gold. I mean, it's on IG. I mean, I probably would talk about that like probably like 5 streams a week. I probably talk about that probably about 3-4 times minimum. It is on IG though. But soon I'm gonna have a command where it says exclamation point wick fill, and it's gonna show you the same video. It's gonna be pretty cool. Just want to know your wise advice on sell use the CAG. Okay, let me take a look at this. Send a chart actually. If you send me a chart, I can take a look at it. Send a chart on your USD CAG position. Oh, okay, good. You're not in? Okay, makes sense. But then again, like I'd rather just explain it on stream for everyone to ask this because it's just a better interaction with them. It's live, you know. Whereas if I say, oh, go watch this video, it's like, oh, I gotta go watch the video now, you know. So, I mean, that's the point of live streams anyways. Ask your questions and answer them. Look for trades, obviously, but right now we have no trades at all. GMO is seeing a double top, 100%, man. No, they're seeing a quadruple bottom, man. Not a double top. Actually, no. Yeah, GMO is probably selling right now. Looking for sells here. GMO definitely looking for sells. I just noticed a 4-hour wick fill here on GJ. 4-hour kind of close with a nice wick fill. Potentially continue up here and fill the wick.
I'm gonna buy on. I'm gonna be in a buy on this for 15 minutes.
15 close. Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
The only thing that's bothering me is the 30 because it kind of closed below, like a little bit below for me.
I think I'm gonna wait for the whole alley to close because like the whole alley candle, the previous one had no top wick, and I mean this one could flip bullish because
this current one has no top wick.
And it didn't break the lows. Yeah, this gonna be a huge liquidity wick. I mean it makes sense, but I think the previous one had no top wick still, so I want to see how we close here because once this candle closes here, you can cancel out this candle because this would be irrelevant after. This would not matter to me anymore. Because this no top wick candle only occurs with this candle. Once this candle closes, depends on how it closes. Kind of see what happens. I mean, if it closes weak bearish, you could kind of have a side replay going up as well towards like the next target. But yeah, I think 15-minute entries could be valid here. 6 seconds. Again, 15 has no bottom wick as well.
But the 15 closing with no bottom wick is irrelevant here, no? Like once it closes, it's irrelevant.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait for hourly. Did you answer?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna be safe today since I had a London thing trade. I think I'm gonna be a bit more safe. Wait for price above 137. Hey guys, you guys want to see my breakfast? Oh yeah, Samurai, you're gonna love these, man. This is for you. Ready? Samurai here.
I'm here.
Want to see my breakfast?
What you got?
Yes, sir.
What? I don't see anything. Hold on.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes? Yes, sir. No free promo. Hey, how many pips are we gonna cash today, guys? Yes, sir. Sugar Rush, there will be impulse entries. Yeah. It's not good for the morning, right, guys? This is so unhealthy. Fitness workers looking at me like, what the fuck? Eating a Monopoly board? Bro, this is not a Monopoly board, man. This literally says, don't you see these logos here? You need to get back on the offense.
No free promo.
Fitness workers. Who's here like a personal trainer or like a fitness or you guys work out? Look at him, you're like, yo, what's this guy doing?
Wait, what are you eating right now?
Cringe. Look at my stream. Go back like 10 seconds. Look at my stream. Own a personal training company? Yes, this is M series. This is
What
for
is
you,
that?
man.
Coffee?
What? You don't see the logos?
I don't see shit. Wait.
Oh my god, look at this. You don't see this, man?
That's what you're eating for breakfast?
That's my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm eating that this whole week. It's been giving me pips straight up. Hey, but you guys know what has been giving me a lot of knowledge and pips lately though. It's been this right here. Yes, sir.
A good crack.
Smarties.
Man, I stopped eating that. I don't even eat sugar anymore, pretty much.
Nah, this is just for fun. This is just for like, you know, little after dinner, little snacks here and there, you know. Is that a pack of candy? Yeah. Oh man, I'm serious. Is that cringe for you, man? Whenever you see that, you see candy like that, since you're a personal trainer. I don't know why, man. Whenever I think of personal trainers, I think of I shouldn't not gonna say the name. Yeah, the almonds were good. I mean, you know, let's just get bored of them. Salted almonds aren't bad. I like the salted ones. I was eating regular almonds. I mean, salted ones are not as healthy, obviously, but it adds some flavor to the almonds. Beans? Yeah, I eat bread and ice sometimes.
Beans? Man, just eat straight beans.
Eating beans, nothing wrong with that, man.
What?
There you go.
I mean, like, I eat beans, but like with like rice or something, you know?
Nah, I eat beans by myself. Ice and water.
No, hell no.
What?
No, ice and bread. You ever had that? Ice and bread?
No.
Yeah, that's just yeah, ice and bread. You put a little like chili powder, like
Fucking struggle
little pepper.
He eats
sandwich.
one bean a day. Oh man.
A bean a day.
Puts the pain away.
Like a lot.
This headset is kind of annoying. Can't lie to you guys. Oh, it's too dark still. It's still dark outside? Oh man, sometimes it's 8 a.m.? Jeez, anybody's about to open up, guys. Get ready for that. Anybody's about to open up in about a couple minutes here. Ice bread hot sauce? Yeah, that's the vibes. No, you can use mild sauce and ice and bread. Hot sauce will burn down the ice, you know what I mean? But if you use mild, the ice will stay cold still.
It's hot sauce for your water on bread. That's just the best.
What type of struggle sandwiches would I be eating, bro? Like,
y'all
god
ever-
damn.
y'all ever
I don't
just,
like
like,
it
soak your
hard,
bread
but damn.
What's wrong with ice and bread? That's how it looks, right? Oh my god. Take a look.
Struggle sandwich.
It doesn't even show. It's just icing on bread. I think I saw it on the beam. Oh my god, this is almost paid. This is just good, man. I don't know about you guys, but
What the hell is that? I can't with you guys. Man. I
Powder.
really can't. Y'all gonna desecrate food like that?
No, the best is when you just soak your bread in water and you just, you just eat it.
Oh, fuck no.
That's just
That's what you eat when you blow your account. That's what you should be eating on.
Yeah, that's
Until the
Yo.
next deposit.
I'll make
That's
that new
when you're
thing.
down.
I'll make that new thing. Whenever someone says, they say something about like, you know, blowing their account or like over leveraging, over risking, over trading. I'm like, do you want to eat ice and bread for breakfast? You know, and they'll get the point.
yeah.
Or do you want to
Bread and
eat sleep for
Bread and
but they-
water.
they won't get the point unless they really have to do it.
Do you want to eat bread and ice for breakfast and sleep for dinner? Yes or no? That's the real question. And then
Sleep for dinner. Oh wow.
sleep for dinner.
You did it.
Just go to bed because you're hungry.
Yeah, bruh. I used to do that. I was super broke. I used to eat sleep for dinner. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you mind keeping your noises to yourself, Jimmy?
Mute yourself.
Yeah, people want to hear that? Come on, man. And that guys be going crazy.
I was DJ looking for the 1 hour, the 8 o'clock hour.
1 hour was definitely closed bearish, I believe. 8 a.m.
Choppy.
opening. It looks like a choppy day. Looks like a choppy day.
Yeah.
Great. Range yeah, right, range day. I'm glad I got this buy during the London though.
Go ahead and brag. Don, is the Discord still open?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Why?
No, because I was trying to find you yesterday, see if you were trading, and I was looking for you.
I mean, you have my Slack and you have my Telegram. You have everything.
I mean, the Telegram. You're in there sometimes.
I'm there more than my Slack, to be honest.
Okay.
I just naturally open up Telegram a lot more.
Ah, I see. I see.
What time should I enter pre-London? Around 2 a.m. 2 a.m. sir. Enter buy stops here in this kind of opening. Price close bullish after, then just move my stop loss from like 11, like down here. It was around 11 pip stop for a nice little now I moved up to like around 9 pips. After I let it run 9 pip stops overnight. Once it got to this wick, I moved stops to break even. And let it run risk free, come up towards like this resistance over here. And that was my trade.
Oh, I'm not in your Telegram.
Wait, what was mine?
You heard me?
Yeah. I mean, you can message me on Telegram, like personally message me.
Yes, I was saying. No, I thought you guys were like chatting and setting up trades and stuff.
Oh no. No, it's just my Telegram groups for like my premium chats and stuff like that. That's why I'm in Telegram. GPG will go up.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Yep. If you get a closure above its resistance, I'm waiting for buys. You know about vibes. Down couldn't sleep. Nah, I actually no, because I anticipated a move to happen during the Asian session. I gave a full analysis on it, a full video analysis on it and everything. So I was anticipating that move to happen. So I'm like, okay, Asian was ranging. I'm like, okay, this move's gonna happen during the London session opening. With the volume that pushes up. So I anticipate buys around pre-London. London opened up and just shot up towards the target. So I just woke up just like I was just anticipating a move throughout the whole entire Asian. I didn't trade Asian, just waiting for that one setup. So I just set an alarm around 2, got back to bed around 3, 2:15ish, and yeah. But I wasn't up all night though, watching a trade. Alright, 15 closed bullish, 30 minutes closed bullish, 1 hour's closed bearish.
Yo.
What up, man?
What up? Good morning. Sorry. Go ahead.
Is that Wix, man? Yeah, it is.
I was stuck in chat for a whole hour last night, man. I'm so tired.
Don killing it with the Asian trade.
Don,
Yo,
if he
fuck New York session. Let's do this London. Let's do this pre-London.
Pre-London. What happened?
if the 15 and the 30 close bullish with the hourly close bearish, would you say I should close my position?
You're in profit, no?
Yeah.
I think you could just move,
Move my stops. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm
up
just
to
gonna move my stops to
the current 15 at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you on opening the candle?
Yeah.
You have a 5 pip stop, 6 pip stop. Yeah, I mean, you might as well leave it to 30-minute low then. If that's the case.
Just
But
anticipate.
I don't
Move
know.
up.
This is just
Make sure you have your stops.
a bit choppy.
Morning,
guys.
Just any stealth today because the next zone is retarded choppy, and the
Good
one right
morning.
above we need a strong close, like an hourly close above.
Yeah,
Who's
like,
that,
that's what I'm
Bryce?
waiting for. It's,
Yeah.
This is just very choppy, it's rangy.
Good morning.
What up, Bryce? Good morning, Bryce.
Morning.
Uh-oh. All these people overslept. You could hear the the grogginess in them.
You know what?
Where's Ifty?
I didn't oversleep. I was in a shitty mood. I didn't want to bring the negative energy early, so I smoked a joint. And
Well, you
logged on.
took a couple of
I was
bad
watching
hits.
it
I
on
respect
YouTube.
that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not bringing no negativity in today. Let me hit this fucking big Jamaican shit.
Oh,
Big doinks. I ain't gonna lie.
Big doinks.
Big doinks.
I ate some edibles to go to bed last night.
Oh,
so
hell
I'm
no.
up.
You make it doink.
Oh, that's why you
Damn.
still feel. They're probably just hitting you.
Huh? That's like my
This thing I
sleeping
hit with
pills.
the after bomb, bro. That'd be the worst.
Hey, you guys
I
know
can't.
there's
I take edibles and don't feel them. I gotta eat a bag and then I'll feel them like a week later. All of a sudden, I'm in the park and I want to sleep.
Hey, you guys know there's 15-year-old traders in the chat, right?
And
15-year-old
Oh,
traders.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
they gonna get used to
Well,
the lifestyle.
They're gonna
I'm
That's
have
not
to
the
learn
lifestyle,
someday.
man.
I'm not
That's a
420
lifestyle,
friendly.
bro.
It's not the
Straight
lifestyle.
lifestyle, man.
That's the lifestyle I promote,
man.
man. I don't know about you guys. It's the lifestyle I promote.
I don't promote it. It's just like
I don't do
promote.
it.
It's legal.
Wait,
No, it's legal. I just,
wait. In
I
Florida, it's legal.
Yeah, I mean it's
Legal.
medical, but I
Florida,
got my
it ain't
card
legal.
and it's legal. But all I'm saying is when you go to somebody's house and they got a wall full of liquor, that's way worse than them having a full, a drawer full of weed.
Yeah.
And they're promoting alcoholism. They're
Yeah.
promoting
I'm
driving.
in Florida next week.
I don't know.
Florida
I
is,
just feel like a lot more
Florida's
damage
legal.
is caused by
Yeah.
alcohol.
Hey,
than,
man, 1 minute,
marijuana.
the hour.
Finna do some rashy shit in
Yeah.
Florida, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm finna got some hoes. Yeah, you feel me? It's just maybe
The Floridian hoes different.
No.
Hit me up when you're in SoCo.
I'm being Tampa.
Oh, that's 4 hours away, dog.
Yeah, man. I wish I could drive to Miami and chill, but you know.
Yeah,
feeling
fuck
like
it.
coming-
Go through St. Pete's. It's pretty dope. Actually, if you push like 90, it's
I
a
mean,
6-lane highway.
if I drive 100 miles per hour, I'll be there in 2 hours. Trust me.
2.5. Yeah, I've done it in 2.5. Like,
I
you can
think
do it.
really, I'm really good at driving. I can really get there in an hour if I push 120.
shit, hit me up. We go to Tootsie's.
That's fine. Hell no, my car would explode if I went freaking 120. Hell no. I
that
trust
that
We'll
Toyota
show up like the Eclipse.
Prius.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my
Show up over here like the Eclipse and Fast and the Furious. No floors.
Bro, I'm sorry, I can't drive in Florida, bro. That's just scary. That's just scary as fuck. I did it once. I was
Oh
going.
yeah. Turning signals are against the law here. You're not allowed to use them.
What?
There's nobody uses turning signals. When I moved down here, that used to frustrate me so bad.
Yeah,
The
bro.
Nobody.
DJ is in the range.
Yeah. I tell you, when I was driving UCF, bro, literally no one had a turn signal on. It was like a 30-minute drive. I'm like, wait, in 30 minutes, I didn't see not one turn signal.
So you hit the 95 then too. If you hit the 9 in Florida over here in South Florida, you're gonna see 6 lanes each way. You know what the fuck
Bro,
6 lanes
what?
each
That
way when
shit
nobody
is
shows
scary,
turning signals?
bro. The
Yeah.
6 lanes in Florida? Oh
6
my
lanes each
Jesus.
way and nobody shows a turning signal.
Yeah, bro, that shit's scary.
That's messed up.
That shit, bro, I'm telling you, it's scary.
And
bro.
guess what? This is the retirement capital of the
Stop
world.
my 10
Everyone
pips.
driving is like 65 and better. So
Man, I'm telling you, Atlanta, like people drive stupid, they still use signals.
who said come to New York? I moved down here from New York. I thought New York was crazy. No, New York has good drivers. They're just crazy. Over here, they're crazy, but they're all bad drivers.
I just secured that 10 pips.
Nice.
Wait, where'd you get in? You got it
Nice.
at the Sets Rejector? Down here somewhere?
No, I told you. I
136.
was in on the 730 candle.
Yeah, but how's that? Wait, 730 candle.
On the flip.
When it created support on the 15 on the 730.
Talking about 745. You're talking about 745.
That's 8 pips where it went to.
Like round 136, 830.
Did you get in? Wait, hold on. Don't touch. Wait, did you get on like
I got
this?
I got like 9 pips or something.
Oh. I guess
When
you
it
got...
was like it was wicking down and then I got
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I was asking that. That makes sense.
136 905.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I'm still gonna wait for buys above this resistance, man. This is 1 hour close very choppy. Close out back in the range, you know. When counts are printing like this, man, you just
Look how
try to
ugly
stay
that
out.
is.
Yeah, when counts print side by side like this, you can't want to stay out. You just wait for an actual breakout.
You know, the crazy thing when I was just learning this, and when I was being taught, people used to say like the volume and the big pushes and the reversals all come on Wednesdays. That's the reversal day, so look for the big moves. And then you used to sit there on a Wednesday, be like, oh shit, breakout, boom, shit, breakout, boom, and you'd blow an account on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
While building it up all the other days.
Oh, it's not volume, man. You know, like it's all the same. All these are literally the same. Like obviously Monday and Fridays are like, honestly Mondays haven't been that bad to be honest.
Yeah.
Like they're all the same days. It's just all like you don't understand when a volume comes in though.
So there's just something about Fridays, bro. Just like
Yeah,
Fridays, I
this-
could say, yeah, Fridays is a
can
little
be fucking
bit different.
detrimental.
Yeah, bit different.
The good thing about this though is when it goes, this is gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the Brexit stuff is just like pending. Like they don't really know what's
He's
gonna
talking
happen.
right now.
Oh, yeah?
Boris Johnson's speaking right now as we're doing this.
Shit.
He's actually at the fucking podium.
Make sure you're putting a stop loss and a take profit if you're entering trades, just in case there's any crazy spikes.
Is there an 8:30 news today? Yeah, there is, right? CPI. CAD CPI news at 8:30. Interesting. Yeah. When I was bearish, probably continue back down here in the range. To be honest with you, man. Look how many times it came down to wick the bottom of support and came back up to kind of wick the top again.
And closed with no wick, no top.
Yeah. So it's a sign that you definitely gotta wait for a breakout. Huh, how's your JPY holding up? Wait, who sent a chart on EURUSD earlier? EURUSD. Oh man, I can't touch. I mean, hey, I wasn't wrong, right? Who was that? Who sent a chart earlier on EURUSD? Played out to the T. So I hope you got all the entries. I mentioned how like this is an area where you can probably look to get out at, you know, right here. Where is it? Oh no, you didn't send a chart. I forgot. But yeah, you said how you got like down here. Okay, this 30-minute counter here closed bearish at resistance here, right? It actually closed bearish. So I think I'm like, okay, you look for you could expect price to continue back down, kind of retest the lows here again, and price did exactly as that came down. So I hope you got all the entry there. Yeah, very lucky situation here. Price made a resistance here. Price made a support. This is your range. Price made a resistance at resistance. Closed bearish. Confirmation for us to continue down here to retest the lows, and that's what happened. So hope you got out at entries. I also did mention entries as well. I mentioned how you can look for entries here on this candle as it closed bearish at resistance. Same exact play we have for EJ, and yeah, EJ. Where is that? Same exact play. Made like a little, we could say, made a little like resistance here, made a support, closed bearish at resistance. It's probably going back down here. If you could follow this bearish trend, right? So, how big was that EURUSD move? Isn't that Jimmy's pair? That was about yeah, fits a 12-pip range. Go down, not bad.
What?
This is your pair, right? Was it this or your JPY? I forgot.
This one.
Oh yeah. How about USD CAD? Someone asked me earlier. Send me a chart of what you were looking for earlier. I think it was you, right? You said let me go back. I'm on sell on USD CAD. Yeah, sells are definitely. I was profit then, hit my TP, and when I came back now, I'm ready to try to hold it. How'd you manage to trade though? That's what you gotta figure out. Daily is bullish. I mean, daily's bearish. 1 hour is bullish. I mean, where'd you get in though? You gotta show me where you got in. Like, show me the trade on the chart. Send me a labeled chart on a live chat. I'll take a look at it. Because without a chart, I have no clue what you're looking at. You know. Could be swinging, could be scalping, right? I wanna know like how exactly you got in. Powell speaking, you said? Powell is not speaking, man. Is this guy speaking? GP news. Oh, hold on. You could hold shift, click and drag for measurement. Ah. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So you go like this. Hold shift, click, and you drag. Oh, that's cool. You go like. Hold on. What? Wait. It only works here. What won't work here? There you go. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. That's a shortcut. Oh yeah, shift plus click on chart. What is this? The rest of the word chart. There's no shortcut for that. Shift square? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shift and square. Okay, so you go like shift. I don't think this one works. Hold triangle and circle together to measure. Triangle and circle. What kind of keyboard do you have? I got a regular, you know, standard keyboard here. I don't have no triangles and circles on my keyboard. What up, Paul? How you doing, man? Oh, your cursor can't be on the candles? Yeah, that's what I need. I need the cursor to be on a candle. That's fine. Good. This right here, guys, what we have right now is what the Ace session was last night. So, we're going to get a late move today. We're going to get a late move. Probably around like 9, 9:30, 10, 11 max, right? But there's definitely going to be a late move today. Definitely. London moved, pre and Y didn't move, NY opened, just opened up, nothing much happened. I can get a late move today. Oh, you haven't trained in 2 weeks? Wow, hope your vacation is going great. Colorado. How about gold, my guy? Gold is currently in the range, man. I mentioned earlier on the streams, like around 6:30. There wasn't much people in here yet, but it was around like 50 in there at the time. But I mentioned if you're looking for buys on gold, it's very choppy here. Look left here. You have a resistance right here. Like, take a look at this area here. Look how choppy this area is. This entire area. This is not clean traffic, man. So I will say, if you're looking at gold, wait for this entire area to kind of break out and take buys above. So above like 1930 on gold, you can take buys going up towards like above 1930. Take buys above 1930, coming up towards probably 1940. These are buys I'm looking for. But whatever's in this area here, it's gonna be a bit choppy. Very choppy for gold right now. Just look at it, you know. Price came up. This came up, clean move. But now you're facing this. You're facing traffic now, right? So definitely wait for a break above 1930 for buys going up towards 1940. Look left here. That's just clean traffic. This right here. What move might be late? Because it's gonna be range right now, and usually when price ranges throughout a session, it usually that requires a lot of experience, though, to be honest with you. But usually when price does this, I can tend to say that it's gonna be a late move, man. Rangy during pre NY, you had move during London, right? So pre NY is rangy, probably get a late move during late NY or late London. London closes at 11. London closes at 11. Hello. Mic is that? Yeah. Probably gonna be a late move, man. You could expect a move around 9:30, 10, and if there is a late move, you can message me about it. Like, oh, Dan, you're right. There's a late move today. Yeah. But just because it's a late move doesn't mean I'm gonna be like on a charge until the move happens, man. I'm not gonna chase the trade like that, you know. I can easily call it a day. Like right at 9. If there's no move at 9, I'm just gonna call it a day, to be honest. I'm not looking to trade take another trade today. I'm only gonna take one trade today. Bro, where's the green screen? You know, green screen. I had to move back to my home from the beach. Kick me out. Like, you've been living here tax free? Haven't been paying tax? Get back to your house. I had to go back to, I had to move back here, you know, to my house. I was living in Hawaii. Only OGs know my green screen. Well, the second wave of OGs, you know. First wave of OGs, that was when we had no video, no cam. Second wave of OGs, no the cam. Third wave of OGs is right now. This is the third wave. First wave on a Mac. First wave definitely on a Mac. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
About your London entry on the celery.
Yes.
Play. Do you wait till it breaks the previous candle there, or did you do it for your entry on that?
This is my entry. My original entry. Stops for current candle. Targeting was, this is it.
So on the flip, okay, on the.
Hold on. Let me go back in replay mode. Can't go back in replay mode. Is this not my trading view? Why can't I go on replay mode? Hold on. Like, okay, there we go. Yeah, this is it. This is a trade I took during London, late London. Buy stop on this candle, like this candle right here. Stops for current candle. Target was here. It was on 30-minute time frame.
30 minutes.
Yeah, and as like we came back down and closed bearish, right? With the wick fill, I was anticipating that the London opening up, the London opening up. I just moved my stops up with the current candle low on the next hourly low and let it run. Once price got to this resistance here, I kind of moved my stops to break even and let it run risk free, come towards there. But yeah, like this move required a shit ton of anticipation during that Asian session, man. A shit ton.
Cool.
But yeah, it was 30-minute. 15-minute? How did it look? Yeah, this is a 15-minute time.
It kind of looked like you could have, or I don't know, do a buy stop or no on the 15-minute, no.
Yeah, on this candle low,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, on a 3 candle, yeah, makes sense. But I was already in it at the time, right? So.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Couldn't really do anything. Hey, 15-30-minute close bullish at support here. So if we form support here, we could potentially look to go up to fill the range here. About a 16 pip range here. Not tradable, right? But you can kind of anticipate to go up as it goes up.
Samurai just entered a trade here.
I heard a pack.
I was adjusting my stop loss on a gold trade.
It was Samurai though.
It was me, yeah.
When did you get into gold?
About 20 minutes ago. On the previous candle. If you're looking at the 30-minute chart.
You expected the 136.838 resistance to break? Yeah. During the Asian session, I was waiting for that resistance to break, but looking at the Asian session as a range, so I'm like, okay, what's the next wave of volume that's gonna come in here prior to the London opening, right? So as price made like a resistance here, right here, price made a little resistance, price made support. This is like your new range. As price came up to break the high, I took buy stops above that candle, stops the current candle to go up on a wick fill as well. And then yeah, that was I kind of anticipated to kind of break the high. Because I had my range marked up a bit different from London. It was like right here. That was my resistance, not here. This is my resistance now because price has now formed a support right here during pre and Y. So that's why I moved it up. My analysis is different for every single session. It's never the same. I'm not gonna keep the same markup from the Asian coming to London or to New York. It's all gonna be different. Yesterday took 2 trades during NY, 1 trade during Asian. Today just took maybe might just be 1 trade during London, pre-London. So.
Wait, yo, Jimmy, what are you doing in Florida?
He's me, his boo.
Oh, he's not. Oh, he's meeting a online girlfriend or some shit.
You're laughing?
Yeah. Man's got them grinder matchups in Florida.
Oh my God, Grinder.
I
You mean
think Jimmy, I
Tinder?
think Jimmy, I
Samurai,
think
you
Jimmy
be on
left
that?
the game.
Huh?
Samurai, you be on grinder?
Hell no. Oh, yo, man. You got jokes. I do online dating though. That's fun.
Jimmy's doing this right now. He's gonna go to Florida
Yeah.
do this. He's doing this in Florida.
Shorty a little body.
I'm just picturing Jimmy in like a button-up like shirt, like unbuttoned, like on a yacht.
On a
with,
yacht,
like,
he's chilling like this with glasses.
Yeah,
Kids.
That's stupid.
Is Jimmy even here? This guy's not here, is he?
holding
think
some
he
like
left.
1942.
He dipped.
Oh man.
Shorty, get the phone. Hey guys, yesterday, man, you guys don't understand. Like, you guys know when you guys, like, it's different when you stream and when you don't stream, right? When you stream and you don't stream, you can easily look away from your charts. Easily. You take 1-2 trades, done for a day. You know, look, close the app, done. When you stream, though, and your day ends before 7 a.m., you gotta spend an extra
Dang.
2 hours just talking about, you know, charts, and it's just gonna be, it's gonna be a bit hard. But, you know, I stuck to my my plan. I took 2 trades during NY yesterday. That's it. That's all I did. Took 2 trades and called it a day. And I saw a sell play. I caught a signal for a sell play, but I didn't enter it. It came down 20 pips during like late London. It was around here. Caught for the signal channel. Caught 20 pips on it. 22 pips, and then that was it. That was a
Wondering if
sell.
anybody caught the that buy. On
This
the,
buy, oh
30
man,
minute.
this is right when I hopped off. Yeah, well, it would have been a settlement play, but it's unexpected. It's pretty crazy buys actually.
It came out of nowhere too. Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't. Once it moved, you couldn't get in. There was nowhere to get in unless you did like impulse like buy. Because I just watched it move, and I'm like, dang, I can't. There's like no spot to get in at all, unless you got in at the beginning.
If you want to flip the chart, put one. Where'd you in the symbol switch? Really? I don't have the option, man. Yeah, do I? Is this the option? Oh yeah, it is the option. This is the flip, right? So this is not the bottom. This is not this. So this is not the top. This is the bottom. I mean, this is the top. And this is the bottom. Ah, so it's just like this. This now becomes instead of resistance becomes support. So if you go back to your chart, you go GJ. Man, I never knew about these. Ah, this is daily resistance. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, yeah. I don't think I need that though. Where's my-
Twilight Zone with that.
That's some bat stuff, you know. Backwards bat stuff.
That's IML teachers.
Hey, volume is picking up here for GJ during the NY session. We get some moves happening, GJ. My stream depends on GJ. Take that in. If GJ's volatile, GJ's fun. You know, people like to watch. And when GJ's boring like this and rangy, people don't like to watch. So my streamer and my view count depends all on GJ. Hey Samurai, you're in profit. Where'd you get in? 15-minute closure right here, I'm guessing.
Samurai just made like 10 grand.
Yeah, I just got a 50% account growth on this trade.
50% lifetime savings growth.
I was reading a story about the guy who killed himself because he lost 750k on
On
stocks.
Robinhood, no?
Yeah, Robinhood. I was watching a little video.
That's crazy.
And apparently it was a
Yeah.
mistake. It was a mistake too. It wasn't like real. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah.
There's
Tough.
like a Reddit forum that like where like mans just like do like insane like over leverage like bets and stuff on.
And they win. It
Robinhood.
shows wins and losses.
Yeah, like and it's just like their stories and stuff. I think.
What's it called again? Shark? Something like that?
I forget what it's called.
Yep. Gold should continue up here. Man, this is so choppy. What gold's doing? So choppy.
If you look on the 1 hour, it's forming the dragon pattern.
Oh, what?
It's forming the dragon. It's forming the dragon pattern on the 1 hour chart. Gold is. If
You
you
got.
look at
You
it real
gotta be
quick.
trolling with me, man.
Look at it. Look at it. Zoom out.
I'm looking at I'm looking at it.
See the dragon pattern on the 1 hour gold.
I don't see it, man. What are you looking at? Here or here? I'm confused.
The 1 hour? Are you on the 1 hour? You gotta pick the 1 hour.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
You're not on the hour. You're on the 15-minute.
I'm on the alley, man. This is the alley.
The hourly. Yeah. You see the dragon pattern.
Where? Oh,
There's a
this.
dragon pattern.
The dragon. The line. See, it's
This
kind of
right
leading
here.
up.
This is him. Right here. This is his feet. You know.
No.
This is...
The dra-
Yo, I'm so
You see
dead.
What the hell?
I was so dead. This is him. Where's the fire? Where's the fire at? This is the fire. Oh man.
Yo, you gotta have wings, bro.
This is the fire.
Oh,
Bring your fire.
The Wixer's wings.
the edibles are still in me, I guess.
Oh shit. No shot.
See
This
the
is the
dragon
fire.
pattern. It's not the flow.
That's
the
all.
fire,
That's
bro.
all Bryce needs to see to enter a trade. Just the
is
the
a-
dragon pattern is good.
Give him some texture. Give him some like color. You know. But I see what you're talking about. Get the feet here. Got the feet here. You know. Got the little full-footed
Yeah.
dragon here. Got the wings going up as well. The wings are going up like this. You know. Wings going up. Clean, bro. This is such a clean chart. Such a clean chart, guys.
Fuck.
Oh my
This-
god,
this is-
guys.
that's textbook right there.
Take a screenshot of this. Oh my god. I'm taking a screenshot of this on my screen. Hold on, this is actually funny. How do I screenshot on a PC again? Fuck. How do screenshot on PC? Imagine a new viewer. Oh man, brother, what the hell is this guy doing? What is this? I can't really read about Wix. This ain't no Wix. These ain't no candle reading. This is dragons. Windows. Shift S. Okay. Perfect. Yo, those edibles are kicking in, my friend. What are you on? Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
The drawing is great.
That drawing was nice, man. I don't know
That's
about you.
exactly what I imagined.
Should go back to bed, Bryce. That's funny.
I'm just happy I wasn't the only one that saw it, you know?
Yeah, I saw it too. I visualized it. I think of it every day. It's my main play.
If you couldn't see that pattern, I don't know what you're doing trading. You need to reevaluate your career.
Oh man, what the hell? Oh man. Did anyone else see that? Wix 9? I missed it, man. Wix 9, FX Samurai, where'd he go? Oh man, that's funny. So Bryce, what pattern do you see now? I think I see a little like uh, I see a little like snail pattern. You guys see it? Look at this. Yes, yes. Little snail pattern going on here. You know what I'm saying? Right here. Got a little head here. Right. This is like a little nose, little head, goes like this, and you got like the eyes like right here. That's the eyes, and then you got a little. No, and then you get the little tail going on. Like this is a decent like little snail going on here. Yo, forget about candle reading, guys. We're gonna learn about some patterns today. Man. Right, so you click it on my screen.
Is it doing stuff? I don't know. I was clicking on my phone and
Yeah, it was a little
I
bit.
have access to
It's
your
fine.
screen.
Nah, you can draw on it.
Oh.
Explain it to me, bro.
Nah, I don't. Oh.
Hey, I think GG's pushing up here, man. GG's pushing up here. We could probably break this resistance before like 9 a.m. Just to get a late move here. Let's see. Yep, I'm waiting for buys above here. Hey, Samurai, how much did you take yesterday? You said you've been scalping gold? Have you been hyper scalping or have you been like taking 2 trades per day scalping? What you been doing? No, I shouldn't eat.
Hey Don, just so you know, I mentioned that gold trade. I took a trade based upon price action that I saw, and because Jay Deck was asking me to explain about, I'm new to gold. I don't know anything about gold per se, so I'm not the person that can teach anything to anyone about gold.
So where'd you get
That's
in?
it. I closed the trade out already.
No, where'd you get in though?
Where is it? Hold on. I was on a call list now.
Like 1916? So like
Yeah, I was over-
1920?
I was over
I'm
here.
guessing there, or maybe like 1918.
No, I got. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I got out too early. Shh. What? It's at 1923. I closed out at
That's fine.
1920.
No, that's fine. That's a strong resistance you got there. That's fine.
Yeah, I thought that. I thought that the trade was gonna start pulling back, and I got out. And then I
You
was on
thought?
call. Well,
Yeah.
when I say I thought, from what I saw, it looked like it was strong resistance. So then I just pulled back, and I just wanted to take my profits, and I got out. But
Yeah, that's
Jay
fine. That's
Deck,
fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
there's other people that know gold much better than me, so you don't want to hear what I have to say about gold.
FX Spider, man. Oh man, you and the emojis and the text, the dots, it gives me a headache every time I read it, man. It gives me a headache every time I read his text. It's like, actually, GJ only, I did try it out before, but I agree with Donvo, dude. Only GJ is enough. 2 trades a day, I tried to be this man, controller dudes. You're doing works, Oh man.
Don.
Yeah.
When you go back to trading gold, are you gonna be trading gold here in the sessions?
Probably. I'm already back testing it for the past couple months here. Probably gonna come back in January, you know.
How was your performance before you stopped trading gold?
Normal. Same thing as what I do right now. Very normal.
Alright then.
We took some trades on gold before like the virus started. Right in March. That was the last time we traded gold, and yeah, it's normal, pretty fine. And we're ready to put buys in on GG? Not yet, man. You gotta wait for a closure above its resistance here. I'll say wait for a closure above and get buys going in. Lovely. Like something like this probably, you know. Have to push
The
up.
hourly broke though.
Hourly broke? How did hourly look? Hourly, let me focus up here. Hourly. Oh, hourly did break resistance.
It should be heading up.
The celery.
Still that way.
Yeah. I wanna wait for a closure though. 11 minutes, guys. This is a very strong area. If I were to take a second trade today, it's gonna be a very
Conservative.
Yeah. Why you stop?
Savage pullback.
Because when the spreads went up in like around April, May, spreads went to like 4 pips per trade. Like it went from like 5 pips to like 40 pips to 100 pips spread. So I stopped trading it. And then now that it's back to normal, I'm gonna start looking at it again. But I'm making my turn in January. I've been trading gold for a long time. It's not like I'm new to it, you know. Been backtesting ever since though. I'm not trading it right now, but I'm still like looking at backtesting and looking at it, you know, every day. And it's been pretty on point. I mean, same way I trade GJ, to be honest. Nothing very different. It's just with gold, it trends a lot more. That's it. But I'm still gonna try to catch 10 pips, 20 pips, you know, 30 pips, same thing. Just because gold's more volatile, it's not like I'm gonna try to catch 100 pips every trade, you know, same thing, same rules apply. 1-2 trades per day, you know, same thing, nothing really changes. Yeah, pivot points, I don't know about that. If this 15-minute candle closes above the previous line, would you take buys with stops below previous? Yep. If it closes above this resistance here, I will take buys because this is a pretty strong resistance here. Because these wicks here, guys, could wick up all the way up to here for all we know, and still, like for example, this one wicked all the way up and still close below. This is a resistance though, so definitely gonna need a closure above, an actual body closure above to take buys. That's what we're waiting for right here. The thing, when I put like buys above here, it's just like an indication of where I'm looking for buys at. I'm waiting for a closure, look for buys going up, right? But it doesn't mean like buy stops here or sell stops there, you know. That's not what it means. Shouldn't I fill a bullish wick? This is irrelevant. I'm not gonna consider this a wick fill. I explained earlier what wick fills are and how I look at them. It's only in this situation, this is a wick fill. I consider this a wick fill. Price fill this wick, but this wick fill is irrelevant. This is just past data. This is just rejection at this resistance. You need a closure above to go up. Alright, I mean, you can look at it as a wick fill, but that's not what I look at. Like in this case, I look at this as a wick fill. This candle, right? But this is a bit different. It's irrelevant for me. Go back to like I think what mark was it? Who here was there? Carlo was there? Carlo Daggy? Carl Daggy? If you give me a timestamp, I can maybe pin it, and you guys can go watch it again. I give a full explanation of what wick fills are and what no top wick means versus what a wick fill does mean, right? Alright, we have 6 minutes left. Could we close above here? Could we close above GJ? US there looks clean. US there looks pretty clean here to go up. Resistance form. You have another resistance up here. This level. Should continue up here. Fill range. Not bad.
Don, does it ever bother you when you leave a lot of money on the table?
Pardon?
Does it ever bother you when you leave a lot of money on the table?
Like when I miss trades?
No, I'm saying you take the trade and you get out with
No.
your 10 pips or whatsoever, and it runs up another 40, 50 pips.
No. Because like my target or my analysis was only until that. So like I put a TP and that's my TP. Like if I wanted to catch 100 pips, I would have attempted a 100 pip range. But that's when traders get FOMO and that's when it bothers them, right? Because you mentioned how earlier you came up in there like 20, 30 pips after you got out. It's normal. I mean, cause like okay, for example, if I want to catch a buy like from here to here, that's gonna be my TP. That's where I'm gonna get out. But whatever happens after, I don't care what happens after. It can go up 1,000 pips that day and go up 100,000 pips. I don't care what happens. This is my move from this resistance to this resistance, and that's all I'm looking towards. Because if I wanted to catch it, I would have planned it out to catch it, you know. But 20 trades a day, man. Yeah, if you're taking 10,
he's scalping.
Doesn't matter though. I scalp too. That's still over trading. Cause like you might think the more trades you take, the more money you'll make, right? But think of it as, you know, you might have a smaller account, so you might not see as big a big amount of profits when you take 10, 20 trades per day. But whatever you do now affects whatever you're gonna do with a bigger account. So if you take 1-2 trades now for a $10 account, you're gonna take the same 1-2 trades with a $100,000 account, and those $10 profits are gonna be 1K profits, 2K profits, 100K profits, whatever it is, right? But whatever you do on a small account affects a bigger account, man.
True,
and
true,
if you
true.
think the more trades you take, the more profits you're gonna make, it's over trading, man. You're gonna be over trading.
Well, let me ask you what you think of this. Like, there's a mindset or there's a thought process of in baseball. Well, you hockey, so I don't know if you even know about baseball.
I know about baseball,
But
probably.
taking singles, just getting like quick hits. Like if you scalp and you get 5 pips, 3 pips, 5 pips, as long as it makes sense profitability wise, and you take 10 trades, 12 trades of 3 to 5 pips.
Yeah, but like, okay, so another example I'll say is that yesterday during the NY session, after I took those two trades in NY, I saw like probably 5 other opportunities. They all played out, but I didn't take any of them. If I were to take them and make profit, sure, I would have made profit, but I would have still been over trading. And that's a bad habit because you're never gonna know when to stop when you overtrade. You're gonna keep over trading, think that the more you're gonna see every single opportunity out there and keep taking those trades, and if it doesn't play out, it's gonna lead you to a lot of emotions. It's just lead to like over leveraging, and then it's just, I don't know. I believe no matter what happens, overtrading is overtrading, man. You can't really get away with that. So the human mind can only make like 2-3 good decisions per day, man. So if you're making like 10, 20, 30, man, like how accurate is that gonna be? How consistent is that gonna be? Like, even if you have a day where you took 12 trades compared to the day where you took 2 trades, and a 12-day trade you made all profits. Sure, you made profits, but you gotta know the difference between good and bad profits, man. You definitely gotta know the difference between the two. Not all profit is gonna be good profit. Obviously, it's all profit at the end of the day, right? But you gotta know the difference between the two. You can't be over leveraging on a trade and making profit and be like, oh yeah, that's good profit. I grew my account, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that. Nah.
So you don't agree with scalping?
I scalp.
Or
No,
hyper scalpers, people who
I don't agree with over trading. You can be a hyper scalper and take 2 trades per day. Over trading is different though. That has nothing to do with the way you trade, your trading style. Because when you trade, you're not trying to, like, you know, I mean, overtrading is a whole different subject from I think hyper scalping and scalping, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A hyper scalper, a person that takes a whole bunch of small trades.
Yeah.
That person, that is his his book of business. That person philosophy of trading is I guess what you want to call momentum trades. A trade goes in that direction, but based upon whatever technicals that he's using, he takes it for small gains. It is moving down, so he grabs it for a 2, 3, 5 pip gain and gets out.
I know where you're trying to get across, but you're still taking more than a certain amount of trades per day. You're making more than 2-3 good decisions per day, man. It's just.
I understand.
Like, are you able to do that every day? Type thing. Like, overtrading for me is overtrading. I have no other way around it, to be honest. This is it for me.
Because a lot of the day traders, but this is we're talking about stocks and stuff like that. But a lot of the day traders, they take multiple trades per day, and
because what happens is when you see it happens is cool. They'll have those there'll be a hyper scalper. They'll take those trades during the day, but then all of a sudden one day they'll take a loss, and then they're gonna revenge that loss because they never know when to stop trading. Because they're a hyper scalper, right? They're gonna keep trading until forever. They're gonna revenge that loss back. Take another loss, revenge that loss back, and it builds a lot of emotions when you overtrade because you never know when to stop trading.
Understood. Okay, when you put it in that vein, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Right, but like let's say you take 2 trades per day, win or loss, whatever happens, loss, you're done. You're calling it a day. Win, calling it a day. Win, loss, calling it a day. Loss, calling it a day. Those 3 outcomes. But you're gonna know when to stop though. That's the thing. And those 2 trades, because when you're I guess hyper scalping, you're not gonna wait for the best ups during the day. Since you have unlimited trades in your head, you take unlimited trades. You're gonna take a lot of trades, and they're not gonna be high probable setups. Whereas if you take 2 trades per day, you can look back later on during that day and look back those 2 trades because you can look back because it's just 2 trades, right? Whereas if you take 12 trades, you're not gonna go back and look at your MT4 and look at all 12 trades and break it down all 12 during that day or 24 trades during that day. You know what I mean? Like if you look at your MT5 chart and you see 12 trades, right, taken compared to like 2 trades in a day, later on that day you're gonna have more time looking back at those 2 trades, and you spend more time looking back at those 2 trades, looking back at what you could have done better, what you could have done to reduce the losses. If you lost, if you won, look at what you could have done to improve the wins, But if you take 12 trades per day, you're not gonna look back at every single trade on your MT5 and you'll put the same amount of time on each single trade as you were if you were to have 2 trades. So you don't learn some IMO, yeah, you don't learn some IMO, man. you learn IMO, you learn how to recruit people, which is fine if you're in it for that.
Man, I feel like you just have to be like built different to just take that many trades a day and like be able to like maintain composure and like,
Yeah, I mean, I used to call myself a hyper scalper back in the good old days. Took like 4 trades per day, man. Like, I don't
actually know any traders that like call themselves hyper scalpers. I guess just because it's not what I follow, but like, yeah, I mean, all the successful traders like I know are just like mostly like price action, just like scalpers, right?
Yeah, and then you got the Instagram traders.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you never know what the Instagram traders are gonna trade in a day because they never show their shit. They never show how many trades they take per day. They just show like they show how many wins, their wins, then they vanish. It's like so that's why it's gonna be. You choose who you want to follow, But yeah, like, that's the thing about overtrading, man. It leads you to a lot of shit.
Excuse me.
It's hard though, man. It's hard though. Trust me, it's hard. Just thinking about it especially when you're like you overtrade every day, just thinking about not doing that, it's hard. But when you do it, trust me, when you actually stick to those 1-2 trades per day, become disciplined, and stick to that every single day, you're gonna see some type of consistency and some type of at least break even or something, and then start to build onto that. You're gonna start to see blue days. But if you're just blowing accounts week after weeks after weeks, yeah, stop the bad habits, and that's overtrading, that's over leveraging, man. Trust me, you gotta stop.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially when you're taking losses, because then you're just like, oh, I need to make this back today,
Mhm.
And it just won't be good for you long term.
What's better, 1 trade per day risking 1% or 4 trades risking? That's a good question actually. For me, I prefer taking 1 trade per day risking 1%. Or 2 trades per day risking 0.50% each trade. I'd rather take that. I mean, but like, I risk around 1 to 3% per trade. Wow, 1%. There's nothing wrong with risking 1% though. Yeah, see how we kind of failed to kind of close above. There's no bias here yet, right? On GJ. For autos, that's overtrading, man. Oh, do you count break-even trades as a trade? Funny how your name is break-even FX. Yes, I count as a trade. When I take a break-even trade, I count it as 1 trade. That's 1 trade. That's one decision that I made throughout my account that day. That I spent a lot of time on that trade, analyzing it and breaking it down, and hit break-even. That's 1 trade. The moment you enter a position, that's 1 trade. I mean, yeah, that's how I look at it. But there's no like rule out there that says, you know, you must, you know, take 1 to 2 trades per day. It's just something that I stick by and that works for me. Something that I had to change in order for me to become more consistent, more profitable. So I guess that's why I preach it now. Because you can take whatever you want a day, you know, to be honest. You can take like 20 trades per day, whatever you want, to be honest. No one's gonna care, right? It's all you at the end of the day. No one's gonna care what you do. Like if FX Samurai here loves to take 5 trades per day, nothing wrong with that. He can take 5 trades per day, 20 trades per day. I mean, you know, no one's gonna stop him. It's his account, right? He can do whatever he wants. Oh, you were laughing because you took 20 trades today?
No, I'm laughing because you always
Yeah, I was
you always be hit me below the belt like, take this. You want to take 5 trades here?
You want to eat bread and ice for breakfast? Do you want that, Samurai? You want to eat bread and ice?
You got.
Or do you want to eat that chopped cheese?
Chopped? No, roast beef, chopped cheese. That looks like just a burger on a long roll.
A sandwich, my friend. It's a chopped up burger.
It's ground beef. It's dead. It's.
How are you gonna let a Toronto guy tell you about a chopped cheese in New York?
Cause we don't eat that here. We eat cheesesteaks or we eat
You tell me New York does not eat chopped cheese?
Or pastrami. Not no chopped cheese. Never heard of chopped cheese.
Oh my god, chopped cheese?
Yeah, that's a Canadian thing.
That's a New York thing. That's only in New York City only.
Serious, bro.
I swear to God. Look at the hometown hero, New York chopped cheese.
I guarantee you, if you come
I'm
here.
I'm pretty sure that's only like a Harlem thing or something like that.
Harlem. It's only Harlem. It's only Harlem. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's New York
Wait,
specifically.
Wait, you don't know what chopped cheese is?
And he's from New
No,
York.
I've never heard of it. And I mean,
What?
I'm a New York sandwich
You've
guy.
been living there for how long?
I've been living in the New York area all my life. Well, not all my life. I lived in North Carolina during the Marine Corps in college, but I'm from New York, New Jersey. My grandfather owned a pizzeria in Brooklyn back in the 70s.
He's from Jersey. He's from Jersey. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. He's from like more
You
of
must,
like.
you must have heard of.
I'm from
chopped
Jersey
cheese,
City.
right?
It's like 20 minutes away from New York City, and I also used to live in Brooklyn, so it's the same.
But you ever been to Harlem?
Oh, I was a real estate agent in New York City. Yes.
They told me you're a real estate agent and you didn't look for houses near chopped cheese places? Come on, man. You could have extra gains.
No, I never heard of chopped cheese. I'm serious.
I'm pretty sure like any bodega will be able to like,
Yeah, bodega. That's the
identify chopped cheese.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a foodie, but I've never heard of chopped cheese.
Yeah, try it then.
It looked like it's just ground beef.
It's
Yeah,
like
it look okay.
melted
like,
with cheese
it look
on a
like it's
long roll.
whatever.
people compare it to like the Philly cheesesteak.
Okay, yeah, that's
But
like
it's different apparently. So, I mean, I'm not here to argue which is better because I haven't tried any, but Chopped cheese looks good.
Cheese. I didn't try it when I went to New York.
Same.
It's like everybody's talking
Same.
about it.
I never knew about it till like yesterday. Till like my boy Loopy told me.
What the hell?
Now, if you want to talk pastrami sandwiches, I got you. Cat's Deli, Lower East Side.
I think I heard about Cat's Deli in a video here. If you go watch his video here.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Go to like
Yeah.
Hometown Hero, watch his video. I think they talk about the Cat's Deli thing as well.
Brian Williams, who you talking about? Not from New York.
Chop GJ. He talking about you, Brian Williams. Brian Williams,
I mean,
Brian Williams
I-
was at
I-
my course in New York. He was at my in-person course.
I told him. Oh yeah.
This is the most pathetic YouTube stream out there. I appreciate it, man. It's all love. That's so pathetic, man.
You could tell, yeah, streams coming to an end. We start talking food
We all talk about food every day.
at the end of the stream.
End
Yeah.
of the stream especially. Every single day.
Sorry
it's
about that,
something.
guys.
Don't blame me. It's all FXM right here.
Hey,
It don't have to be boring. That neck bone can send in on a chart. If you got questions, why is it over?
yeah.
You don't like it? Switch the stream. There's no trades.
There's literally nothing's been happening for the
Yeah.
past
Give it-
2 hours here
You got
today.
a topic, you drop a topic. Why you over here? Talking shit.
When there's a trade, we'll just usually break down a trade and stuff. But like usually, like right now, there's no trade, right? There's nothing
You
going
should
on.
have like a little spin wheel when there's no trade. It gives you a topic, or like a little Jeopardy thing. We'll take Brooklyn sandwiches for 800. Hey,
Oh, shit. Wait, whose mic is that? That's not you. Whose background mic is that?
I don't know.
Why you
I
mute
hear
me?
it too.
No, it wasn't you. Whose background mic is that?
Oh, me.
Oh shit, yeah, turn this shit down. Yeah. Yeah, like obviously we all here for a reason. We're all here to take trades, right? But there's no trade right now. I didn't take a trade on New York session, right? I didn't, I'm not gonna force a trade here because this is rangy, right? Some days you might get this because we stream for like what? Probably during the most important days, most important hours of the days, around 6:30 to 9:30. And if there's no trade in there, there's no trade in there, So, but majority of days you will get a trade in there. But today, this is that day we get no trade. But so still great to have people here sharing the same ideas, sharing charts, sharing trades that they've taken. No disrespect, but FX Samurai is a little older, so he may be out to chop cheese. Loop.
Shit.
I don't know how
Taking
how long
swipes
it's
at me
been
now?
around. I don't know how long it's been around for.
Y'all taking swipes at me? All right then.
I've never heard of chopped cheese in general either.
Are you from New York? It's only New York. It's a New York thing. It's not
Oh
that
yeah,
big.
not
It's that
not
big.
from New York, but I'm just saying like in general, I never even heard.
No, it's not that big around the world. It's only in New York. Yeah, I want to go back to New York to try that, man. I wish I went there.
Man, New York City had honestly the best pizza I ever had, but I forgot what the name of that corner, like where I
Like,
went to.
The corner shop pieces are good, or what?
Yeah, it was one corner. I'm not sure. I wish I remember the name because it was like the best pizza I ever had. A slice. It's like,
Or is it like
it was amazing.
Palermo's?
I don't remember. I don't remember the name. I wish I did. I remember it was on a corner, like it was like a corner of a street though.
So I'm trying to go to New York.
Was it like more like deep dish style?
No, it wasn't deep dish. But it was like a corner of a building and they had like a window on the outside and you could like walk in. It was a very small shop. It was like
Hey,
it was, I'm
Hey.
sure there's plenty of them around though in New York. But
so someone mentioned a good comment. Sounds like a good business opportunity for those that are here in New York. Hey, you just know how like some places don't have a certain thing. Like how like there's no poutine in America. What if you go to America and you open up a poutine place?
A what?
I've had poutine here,
You know what
but
poutine is?
not often. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've had poutine.
Americans don't know what that is because it's a Canadian thing, right? But what if you go to America and you open up a poutine shop? I think it'll blow up.
A
Same way it blows.
poutine? What the hell is poutine?
Oh my goodness, here we go again. All right, here. Poutine is cheese,
Hell no. We don't even. That don't even
Poutine-
sound right.
Poutine is like
fries,
it's
gravy,
like
and cheese, man. Oh my god.
Fried what?
Fries, gravy, and cheese.
Nah, that's not us. We're not doing that.
We got
What?
chili cheese fries. The Americans like chili
Exactly.
pizza. That's our version of poutine.
Oh, okay. But J Deck, yeah, poutine, I guess, is close. I mean, where you live upstate is near the Canadian border, so that makes sense.
Yeah, upstate. Yeah, they probably have it around there.
If this hour candle closes bullish down here, what about a wick fill on the NYE open? Yes or no?
Wait, what? What's your question?
Like this hour candle
Yeah.
on GJ.
Yeah.
If it closes bullish right down here, like is there a possible wick fill there with the NYE open? Maybe a volume pushing up there to fill that wick?
Could be, right? But it could possibly happen with the 9 a.m. opening, but I think
Not.
I'm gonna wait for a closure above somewhere.
Oh, closure above.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a pretty strong resistance you have there. Nasty, nasty range. 4 hour does it clean though. Let's look at the 4 hour here. 4 hour actually take a look at this. 4 hour actually made a resistance here, and this 4 hour is gonna close above that resistance. You can potentially go up towards this resistance here for the 9 a.m. candle, and potentially even like this resistance. So I mean, it makes sense because this 4 hour candle is the first 4 hour candle that actually closed above these wicks here. If you take a look looking left here, look at all the rejections you have here. Look at all the rejections you have here. Rejections. But look at one thing in common. Look at one thing in common here. They all close below the support here. So there's no bias, right? But now that we actually closed above, we're gonna continue up here. As long as this 4 hour candle here, the one that just opened up, respects this low, we should be able to push up, fill the wick here, and eventually pop for up towards this resistance over here. And it's gonna be a late move as expected, right? So get ready for that. Yeah, probably like 9:30 or something though.
Hey, Don,
Yeah.
take a quick look at the 1 hour on gold. Look at that spike.
What about it? Yeah.
Now, just saying.
Oh, okay. Gold here. Yeah. I'm looking at this.
Did something happen? Did news come out?
I don't know, but I think what's gonna happen here is you could wait for support to happen here to form to enter more bias. Wait for support to be formed down here and created here, because if this support fails to hold, we're gonna come back down. Because this kind of looks like it's gonna continue back down here to kind of make a support. So maybe something like this can happen.
Shit.
Potentially something like this. And then once you make that support here, actually close bullish as support, we're gonna pop back up to kind of retest the highs, and you can target like I guess 1930 levels. But yeah, but I think if this support fails to hold, guys, we're gonna come back into range here. If we fail to hold support, we're gonna come back down to range like this, and we're gonna probably fill the range. So this support needs to hold. 1920 needs to hold in order for us to tap 1930. If that fails to hold, then buys are probably done for a day. So be very cautious. But we are bullish, obviously.
I think it spiked up due to the stimulus conversation.
Let me take a look, actually. Yeah, I mean, when this happened? Gold happened around... I mean, I think this is just general news, man. This is just like... Not general news. I think this is just like price moving in general. Normal. Like when spikes occur with news, they spike really quick. Like really quick, within seconds. But this is like a couple 15-minute candles. This is just price action going up.
Really?
This is just market moving, yeah. I think that's very normal.
That's a long candle. Pre-New York. So your bias on gold right now would be buys.
Yeah, go back on the stream. Go back like a minute. I just explained it. I drew it out for it's easier for you to look at.
Okay.
Go back on the live stream. Yeah, on YouTube.
Sorry about that. I was doing something else. I had you turned down.
This hour candle flips, I think I'm going to take a very small entry.
On what?
For the wick fill.
On gold? Or,
no,
GJ. Okay.
Because it's a bearish now, but if it flips over, I think I'm going to attempt a small one.
Yeah, as long as like
You may
this
be
candle,
aggressive on the stop loss. That's a good
as long as
thing.
this candle respects this low. But yeah, it might be a bit aggressive, but I mean. Pretty boring day. Yeah, Jamie's like, I feel tired. I'm gonna chill for a day. Makes sense. All right, GJ. Yeah, late 9:30 probably gonna be a push or something. Man. Congrats to everyone that did not take any interest today. That was very patient today. Did not force any setups and wait for an actual break of the structure. Or break of resistance. Congrats. If you did that, pat yourself on the shoulder. You were able to be disciplined today.
Who said Putin sounds like the Russian president?
I saw that.
Should press. Oh shit. Oh, that's funny. I just got the joke. I read it. I'm like, wait, what? I get it now.
Hey, don't mess around. He'll send a hit squad after you.
Hey, for those that know the WAP move, this is the WAP move. I think Sam knows it. I think Wix9 might know it. The WAP move. It's forming on gold right here. The WAP move.
I'm not sure the WAP move.
Yeah, it's what I drew down earlier. It was this setup. That price, like looking at this, like people would look for buys here. But how do you wait? I'll wait because people are like, okay, yeah, close above resistance here, look for buys going up here. It makes sense, right? But we close way too above here. The WAP move is usually when like something like this occurs. This exact situation, this exact range you have here, where we had a breakout, but it broke out way too high above the resistance. You're gonna need some type of support here to form, and if that support fails to break, we're gonna come back down in range. But if this support fails to hold, we're gonna continue back up. But looking for buys on this candle is gonna be pretty risky here. Go up. That's I'll probably save it the explanation for another day, like a full explanation of it, but the general idea of what it is. I know you guys are shitty traders. Yeah, man. You know, I appreciate all love, man. Done for a day. Have a good day and best luck if you're entering trades. Yeah, man. Take out. Yeah, if you guys were able to be disciplined today and not force any subs in this range here, congrats. Just pat yourself on your shoulder, man. It might be a sub later, forming later, once you actually break this resistance. But right now, there's no subs, man. No subs at all. Can you please check your NZD today? I took a sell at 107.93 and took partial profit. Send me a chart. Send me a chart. I'll take a look at it. When you tell me I use numbers and stuff, man, it's and especially for a different pair as well, just send me a chart. That's the best way to ask a question. When trading gold, how to calculate your stop loss? It's pretty simple, man. Same thing as just pips, like this candle right here. For example, from here to here, 1925 to 1922, this is around a 30 pip stop loss. So that's a 30 pip candle. Pretty much you have, you can look at this. This is pretty easy. You go to measurement tool, it shows this 328 points. That's about 300. That's about 32 pips. So it's pretty simple to read the, Same way you read it for any other chart, man. Nothing's different. Yep. What else is there? What's your Euro JPY? Let's see what it's doing here. Euro JPY. Yep. Came down as expected. Froze that. Ah, caught the Euro JPY call. Congratulations, right? Broke down earlier. About like 3 times probably. Mentioned how we had a previous downtrend here. You know, you didn't have a support formed. You didn't have a little resistance from this, your little range. So if we're forming this range here, and we actually close bearish at resistance, confirming our resistance has been formed, you anticipate price to come down to fill the range, and then wait for price, and then you can expect price to continue down as well. So this is EJ that we mentioned earlier, and it was broken down to the T.
EJ
Broken down to the T. This is just textbook play right here. Textbook. This is what the market does probably 9% of the time.
Wow.
While following a trend. Resistance form, support form. This is your range. Wait for a breakout down, or take sells, anticipating that's gonna continue down from there. Because if you look at this is a pullback, man. You know, price came down, pull back, continuation. But this is just another way of seeing it, you know. But whoever caught EJ, congrats. I remember returns to EJ as well in January. EJ, GJ, and gold. Alright, this is a textbook play. Textbook. So clean. Someone sent a chart. Take a look at this. Your NZD, you have the 4-hour time frame here. Yep, this is pretty clean. Pretty much you had a support formed here. What's your question though? Question, hey Don, can you take a look at your NZD today? Take a sell and took partial 8%, get the rest running. Where are you thinking my TP? I'm checking forward charts next. I think you have a clean TP here. If you took partials already, I'm guessing you did, right? You said you did. TP is right here. That's pretty clean. Cause look left here, you have clean traffic here. This is all clean going down. So you can expect the mirror on the other side come down towards that support as well. Pretty clean. Yep. You can put a runner going down towards it. I think you could trade your stops as well. I know you have a runner position, it's risk free, but you can probably look to move your stops down. Like once this candle here breaks like this low, move stops down from here to break even until in profit right there to candle high. If that makes sense. So if this candle here breaks the low, makes a new low, and comes to break the current candle high, it's probably going to continue back up to kind of retest this resistance here, and then you hit break even. So we might as well just manage it and move your stops to in profit once it makes that low. But it's a clean trade, man. Very nice trade. Yeah, and then you have GJ. You know, everything's so clean here. You know, this is all clean. Your NZD, your JPY, and then GJ just like ranges there.
GJ's literally at the price where it was when I came on the charts.
Yep. Nothing has happened since this morning, man. I had a question you missed. I'm ready. Yo, I trade GN, and GJ. They all move the same. Should I drop 2 and just trade 1 GGV pair? I mean, it's up to you, man. But I guess as if you were focused on one pair, you could have more of a. You won't be all over the place. You know, you can just focus on that one pair and just fix it at one pair. Without getting distracted by other pairs. So I mean, it's up to you, man. That's what I do though. I trade 1 pair only now. I used to trade 3. Nothing wrong with trading 3 pairs, 2 pairs, but I think as of right now I'm only trading 1. I've been pretty fine. But the thing with trading 1 pair is that when you have days like this where it's rangy, you'll tend to like look at other pairs. You're like, oh, I want to look at your JPY or something because this pair is rangy. But that's what tests your patience, right? If you're able to just stand through a whole range and not trade anything, look at that 1 pair. And like today, you know, we saw GJ, it was rangy. That's the 1 pair we saw today. 1 pair we looked at today, and we didn't get any trades, right? So that will test your patience and your discipline. And some days it'll be like this. Some days it'll be like this, and some days it'll be many opportunities, right? But you gotta know how to control your discipline both ways. On no trade days versus trading days. We look at my GU chart, please. Yeah, sure, I got you. Of course, man. What FX pair do you consider trading? I'm probably gonna return back on gold and Euro JPY in January. GU breakthrough retest and buy. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Yeah, they can look for support to be formed down here. Maybe something like this can happen. We're gonna start to come down here, right? Continue back down, and then potentially even like wait for some type of bullish candle closure at that support. I wouldn't suggest a buy limit if you're looking for that. I'll suggest wait for a candle close at support somewhere. Look for buys going up, and that'll be your retest. That'll be your confirmed support. Because if you just enter off the candle wick here, it's gonna be a bit risky, right? So if you wait for this candle, you have a higher probability of it going up again as it closes bullish at support. But yeah, I think this is a clean analysis. I'm not sure what the target is. I'm not looking at GU, but I'm guessing it's maybe going to be somewhere where clean traffic is. So I take buys going back up. We'll definitely wait for that candle to close bullish at support. How you been learning gold? I've been trading gold my whole career, man. A whole 2 years. It's nothing new to me. I just took a break from it because of spreads, right? But I'm gonna return on it. I'm gonna return back to it. It's not like it's brand new, you know. But I'm still gonna backtest it, right? Just because it's not brand new, it doesn't mean I'm an expert. I'm still gonna backtest it for from now until January and to return in January. And that's what you should do for every pair. No matter how new you are, how old of a trader you are, you know, you should always look to try out a pair, backtest it first before you actually start trading it again. And backtest is not just 1 day of trading, it's not just 2 days of trading, it's months and months of practice with that pair. Start trading. Any other charts, guys? Or hop off or something? That's the point. No, that's not that's different. Like back testing is like literally going back and seeing how it moves, researching when it moves, you know, understanding volume, when's volume gonna kick in. It's not just like looking back at last year's data and being like, oh yeah, on this day last year price came up, so on this day it's gonna go up, and it's not like that. It's like look at the volume, look at the volume on this pair. What time does it move? How does it move? How does price react at you know, certain count closures? Like looking into detail. It's not as easy as just like, you know, oh yeah, you know, last year took a buy here as well this year. Now you really gotta backtest it and just look a lot into it. Look a lot into detail. Research how to use DFX gold, you know, what makes gold move, I don't know, like stuff like that. It may sound a lot, but you know, this is trading. This is what you gotta do.
That J Deck asked about, yeah, like, so like to add on to that, so back testing is like you go back in time with, it's like real data that's been stored, and you go back in time like it's so you be trading like it's real time, but it's like past data.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah, but backtesting also means like researching as well, like researching what the pair does and stuff. That's also backtesting as well, especially if it's a new pair to you. Definitely gotta do it. Like I already know when gold moves, you know, gold moves during the NY session, obviously. Usually during NYSE, it moves. That's when it usually spikes up the most. That's around like 9:30, 10, and then pre-NY is going to be pretty dead for gold. What? That's because it moves only off of the dollar. Whereas GJ moves pre-NY because GJ moves to the London session. And London session is from 3 a.m. until 11 p.m. I mean 11 a.m. which ends in like 2 hours here. So that's why GJ moves a bit differently. You gotta know the whys and buts about pairs. Have you been learning gold? I mean, since I have a lot more experience with gold, I already know when it moves, how it moves. I just kind of I wake up every day, at 6:30 a.m. Eastern, and the same way I treat GJ, same way I look at gold as well. I look at gold as well. I analyze the market up, and first stop price action at this point for me. Gotta get in the rhythm of gold again, but other than that, it's same way I'll trade GJ. To be honest, nothing's different. Look what happened here. Price had a resistance, is not tradable. Price broke above, tradable. Ticket going up towards the next resistance. Easy as that. But yeah, I'm returning in January. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off here because GJ is not doing much here, and you know, probably gonna call that a day. I took one trade today during the London, about 28 pips. Post later my results. But aside from that, guys, peace and love, guys. I appreciate everyone for showing up today.
Done.
Leave a like if you guys haven't. Subscribe. What happened?
I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. What? Ask your question.
Nah, it's something I gotta talk to you about.
All right, just message me after. All right, guys, peace and love, man.
All right. Have
I
a good day, guys.
appreciate. Leave a like, subscribe, and catch you guys tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Peace.